shaving my beard tomorrow.
I can't believe you're shaving your beard for 80-degree weather.
Dude, do you have any idea how hot a beard is?
No, I don't. I can't fucking grow one.
Okay, so shut the fuck up. It's hot. There's a reason why people grow them in the winter.
He doesn't like his face being kind of moist.
Yeah, it's gross. It's also a much bigger pain in the ass than you would think.
Does it get stanky when it's hot?
No, I clean mine.
You have to exfoliate that shit, though.
Yeah, I put lotion and beard cream in it every day.
I was gonna say, because I would imagine that especially right around the upper lip, that sweat stank right there. It's just constantly there because the hair is always there.
No, but it
Never in my experience either.
It keeps it from running down and dripping off your face. But I also shave it and trim it in the summer because I don't like it in the summer because it's not as bad in the winter because again your face isn't sweaty. So.
See, I tried to grow a mustache a couple years ago, and I just wound up looking like a dirty Mexican, for lack of a better term.
It's okay. He can say that.
I can say that. Yeah. I just wound up looking like a dirty Mexican, and it was really bad.
I also don't want it to get pulled on by a little child, so that's gonna be.
Ooh, good point. Good point.
I'll be honest. You think nose hairs and shit hurt? You think nose hairs hurt? Yes, nose hairs and stuff sting and make your eyes water. These facial hair is deep in that skin, bro.
I was gonna say there's a lot more surface area too that's being pulled on at the same time.
Fucking hurts.
I bet
a lot. So I feel like
are you gonna leave anything, or are you gonna just go clean shaven?
I don't know if I'm gonna. I'm gonna probably trim it with my little Manscaped trimmer thing, and then
You should grow that Satan goatee.
No. I am going to fuck with it and shave some weird shit into it before I completely get it off. I just want to see how bad it looks.
Oh, isn't that the best?
Yeah, because you're going to take it off in 5 seconds. So you're like, let's see how stupid this looks. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's time. I always go until the first 80-degree day, so tomorrow's going to be 80. So
welcome to the Manscaping podcast.
Yeah.
Hashtag not sponsored by Manscaped.
Hey, but if Manscaped wants to sponsor us, we're down.
I didn't even know that was a brand.
What?
Yeah, they
really.
Chris doesn't watch YouTube videos, obviously.
They're really the ones that sponsor the pube shavers and stuff. The lawnmower, that's what they're called.
Yeah, I got the lawnmower 2.0. I need to get the new one. I need to get the 4.0.
These are things that Does this actually exist? Are you saying it's real things?
Yes, these are real things, Chris. We swear. We're not fucking with you.
The lawnmower?
Yeah.
That's kind of good marketing. I've never heard of this company at all.
Manscaped.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, someone's about to join that I'll ask if they've ever heard of it. So.
Who's joining?
A surprise guest.
It's a surprise guest.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise guest.
Yeah, but I went and got my haircut today.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
it's the one.
Shit.
Hi.
The only.
The prodigal daughter has returned.
Hi.
Welcome.
The prodigal daughter. What's
Here,
up, you guys?
Let's you clap sing with me real quick, Cheyenne.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. It's almost at 4:20. I should have waited another 2 seconds.
Oh, dang.
Hi, guys.
Cheyenne, hello.
Hey, Cheyenne. Long time no see.
I know, for real.
Cheyenne, have you ever heard
Long time no see, huh?
Cheyenne, have you ever heard of the brand Manscaped?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Come
Chris
on.
didn't believe me and Jake at all that it's a real brand.
It is a real brand, yeah.
I'd never seen. Apparently, there's advertisements on YouTube.
All the
Shows
time.
how little
Just a
YouTube I
couple.
watch.
They're only rivaled by Raid Shadow Legend.
Yeah. And Dr. Squatch
I
on
know
YouTube.
that. I know those two.
Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, you can't escape that shit.
Fuck that game. I'll never play that game.
Or
Principle.
Squarespace. They're pretty bad too.
Squarespace too. Yeah. Oh, but if any of you guys.
Oh, and BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com. I hear that one.
Liberty
all the time.
Mutual.
Liberty Bibbity.
Liberty Bibbity.
I thought we were done with that guy. Did you guys see that? The stupid fucking the commercial with Icky Woods is back, where he's dancing about getting his number called.
Oh yeah, he slams his deli meat down on the floor.
Yeah. Get some cold cuts. Get some cold cuts.
Ugh. I love that commercial. Actually,
it's back.
I like the one with I will not even attempt to say his name because I know I'll fuck it up. But the Geico commercial where he slaps everything out of the baskets. He's going, no, no, no.
Oh yes. Yeah.
And then he runs away going, ha ha ha.
That was funny.
That's my favorite part.
Makemi Mutombo, I think is his name.
Yeah, I couldn't
Basketball
pronounce
player.
that if my life depended on it.
So Cheyenne, what's up?
Nah, nothing. Just work. I did something to my neck, and like it's hard to turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, we don't need to get.
Aw.
That sucks.
Yeah.
No one ever says, I did something to my neck and it was something good.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It's
hurts.
never like, oh, it feels great now. Oh, it's never that.
No. Yeah, I think I slept on it wrong, or I overworked it, because I've been working out at work, you guys.
Whoa.
So-
Good for you.
I
Yeah,
know.
look at them guns. Fucking.
I didn't get a
Not
ticket.
really,
I'm in here.
but-
I'm in here illegally.
What?
Huh?
The gun
What?
show. I didn't get a
Oh.
ticket to the gun show.
Oh, the gun show.
I was
No.
confused.
All three of us were like, what?
Like, what the hell did he say?
I don't have guns yet, but I was lifting weights, and I think I might have made the crick that I had in my neck worse, and so it just hurts.
You don't have guns yet, but you do have bullets.
Okay.
Which are actually harder to find right now.
True.
I wouldn't know.
So.
They're more expensive.
Oh my god. Ridiculously.
How much is gas around where you guys are?
$3.79.
How much?
Just 79?
$3.79.
Oh, okay.
That's
That's
it?
371 over here.
What?
That's it?
What is it
Dude,
over
our
there?
shit's $3.99.
Damn.
Yeah, I range anywhere from $3.99 to $4.10 a gallon.
Oh my god. It hasn't gotten above $4 yet.
Thankfully I have a membership to Sam's Club and they're still about like $3.70, $3.80.
Mm-hmm.
I can use my
So-
Martin's card to get discounted gas.
Yeah, I literally just
Like 20
drove
cents off
by
a gallon
a
sometimes.
gas station. So
Mm.
But-
Mm.
Damn, right now
Yeah.
it's a hard time.
And I just started driving DoorDash, so like I'm like,
We're
is it
using a
worth
lot more
it?
Gas.
Is it worth it to go on DoorDash for a couple hours right now? Or am I just working for my gas money?
Yeah.
yeah, basically.
So
Fuck, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh no, what I was telling you is I went to this barbershop today. It's really cool. It's one of Allie's coworkers who works with Allie and then once a week works at this barbershop. It was real nice, real fancy. That's when I texted you and I was like, hey, I'm not going to be watching the race, so please don't give me any spoilers. And as soon as I walk in, lo and behold, they've got in the chair that I'm sitting, they have the race on one side and then the Suns game on the other side.
So you got to watch them simultaneously?
Yeah, it was better than being at home. And I told Matt and Chris this, but they give you 2 free beers while you're getting a haircut.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's not Bud Light or anything. It's like local craft brews. I had 2 16-ounce local beers. They're really good.
Nice.
So
Sounds like a good time.
yeah.
Before
I have
we get
some
too
friends-
deep into bullshitting, I'm going to do the intro real quick and then you can go
Go
ahead.
for it.
So yes, welcome to the Nerdy Cell Podcast. I'm here with Jake, Chris, and Cheyenne. All right, go. That's the intro now, Cheyenne. That's the intro now.
That's the whole intro.
I brought
Yeah,
some
we'll talk
friends.
about Batman and Pokemon and some other stuff probably.
And whatever
I
else
brought
we want to talk about, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I brought some friends for the show today.
Are they?
Yeah, is it
Guinea
Bud Light
pigs?
number 1, Bud Light number 2, and Bud Light number 3?
Nope,
Oh,
Knuckles
nice.
Funko
Oh my
number
gosh.
1, Knuckles Funko number 3, Knuckles Funko number 2. I missed 2, but you know.
I know.
Wow.
1, 3, and 2.
Yeah, I got 3 of
And I
them.
can't wait to finally
Wow.
pick up my pop figures.
Oh, which reminds me, do you have this pop figure? Holy shit.
I think I
Jesus.
still have some pop figures.
You sure do.
Hey,
I'll
are they
bring
at your
these back.
house?
I'll bring
Yeah.
them to my house.
They're
I have
all
2
in my
pop
place.
figures, and that's it.
That way I can actually trap you and trick you into coming to my house the next time you visit your family.
Do
Heck
you have this one?
No.
Cool, it's
No, I
yours.
didn't get any-
I
I
ordered
didn't
2 by accident.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
Cool, sweet. No, I didn't get any of the Netflix ones.
The
Oh,
box
yeah, I did
is
get
a
I
little
did get a new one.
the box is a little janky because it came from fucking Amazon. and they don't give a shit.
They
But,
really
you know.
don't. My brother keeps ordering ones from Amazon, and he legit sends them back.
Yeah, they're
Because
trash.
he's like, this is garbage. I want another one.
I pre-ordered this one from GameStop like a year ago.
Oh,
What
yeah.
one? Say what it is for
Geralt-
people
this
who
Geralt.
can't.
Sorry, it's a Witcher 3 cover art Geralt pop figure. GameStop
Sweet.
exclusive.
It took you that long?
Do you guys want to see
Yeah,
my new pop?
You guys all have new
Sure.
pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris,
I
got a
j-
new pop? You
I
fuck.
just found it at
Not
Hot
only have
Topic, and I
two,
was
and they're
really
both
excited, but they're redoing the
like 6
Beauty
years
and the
old.
Beast
Oh my
pops.
I'm gonna put this one back.
What is that one? A
It's-
bell?
That's Belle.
Yeah, it's Belle. She's holding the magic mirror, so Beast is... You can see Beast in the little
Oh,
mirror she's holding. It's really cute.
I see that. Yeah, interesting.
No,
And it looks like the Beast pop, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does look like the Beast pop.
this Knuckles has been out since it's been out for like almost a week, I want to say, and it's still not available to add to my collection in the Funko app.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Why
haven't
are
shown
they so
these
slow?
I haven't shown these, but I got these recently. Sarah, I put this one on my wish list on Amazon, and Sarah randomly ordered it without telling me. And it's like a Anbu Black Ops
Ooh.
Kakashi,
Nice.
That's cool.
Sweet.
which is pretty sick. And then I got this one from GameStop. It is a metallic Vegito.
Ooh.
You can kind of see how shiny he is.
Mhm.
Neat.
Yeah, the reason I got 3 of these Knuckles is because they're from Target Con this year, and I was at work like 2 months ago, and I was boxing these up. I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna need one of these at least. And then secondly, they're the flocked ones, so they're like velvety and not just
cool.
plastic. So
I have a flocked Stitch. I love.
Ooh, that's cool.
Last year I missed out on Target Con because they had flocked tails, and now they're like
Oh.
$25 a pop now.
Yeah.
No pun intended. They're like $25 a pop. But I need to get one of those, and then I need to get the 30th anniversary Sonic to complete this series that they have.
I hate
Oh,
how
man.
expensive they are, but that's part of the fun.
I mean, these weren't expensive. These are like $12 a pop. God
No, I
damn
mean,
it,
like,
no pun intended.
Like hunting them. you
Oh
know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
When you miss, like,
Oh, yeah.
like last year, Target Con, like hunting it down is fun, but the markup is not fun.
Yes,
Yeah,
this right there, that Naruto one, which is the Naruto, well, kind of spoilery, but whatever. That Naruto right there was like, I bought that for like $60. It's worth $150. So
Yeah.
Half of my
Nice.
my Funkos are boxed up right now, put away in storage because I have nowhere to keep all of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
No space.
hmm But
No space. I need more
So,
space first.
did you guys see the new
off
Pokemon
that.
games that got announced last week?
Scarlet
Yeah.
and Scarlet and Violet.
What do you think
Yeah.
of the new starters?
They're fine.
I like the cat one. The green
Yes.
cat.
Pretty. A grass cat type. That's unusual.
What is it? Is it Pergatito or something like that?
I don't
It's
know.
definitely
That was
got
perfect.
Gatito in it.
Sprigatito.
Sprigatito, yeah.
Sprigatito.
And
I
then
like the little
Fuecoco
dragon thing.
is the Fire Croc.
Fuecoco.
Boy, Coco.
I will never say it without bobbing my head side to side. Fuecoco.
And then Quaxley, the duckling.
He looks
I
like
like-
Elvis.
Look like a red Fraligator, and it's done basically. Because it really reminds me of Totodile,
Mhm.
but red.
I like Quaxley.
I
So
do too.
I did not watch the teaser trailer or anything like that. Did any of you guys watch it?
No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can you guys tell me what it showed? Because I actually didn't do my homework on that. I saved
Um,
a Reddit post with it, but I forgot to watch it.
I mean, really nothing. It was just
Nothing.
like this dude
Okay.
walking through an abandoned warehouse
Yeah.
or a museum or something like that. And then he went across with his flashlight, and then it shone a light on a portrait that showed the 3 starters, and then it goes Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
it's
I
like-
didn't waste my time then.
It was
Nah,
a
he
waste
didn't
of time.
So it wasn't real. It was just a teaser. It wasn't.
Yeah,
really
there really
a
wasn't that much
trailer.
gameplay from what I remember.
Mm-mm.
That's so strange that they would announce it. That is that. I mean, it's probably coming in the fall, but that's pretty quick.
So what I've read and what I'm starting to believe too as well is that a lot of people say that Arceus
Was the
Was
trial
meant-
for this game?
for this game's style, yes, because
Yeah, see, I was just talking about that to my friends, and I was like, whenever they drop a new console, there's always like trial
a couple
games.
proof of concept games.
Yes.
That come out,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, so like with the PS5, Sackboy's Adventure, you know, it's kind of like an in-between Little Big Planet kind of game. It is a Little Big Planet game, but it wasn't a fully fleshed out Little Big Planet game. It's just showing the abilities of the PS5. And I think Arceus was just was proof that Pokemon could be this open world kind of game.
Yeah, because you can definitely tell they wanted to go that direction, but they were too scared to with Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You own that game?
absolutely.
Cheyenne?
Sword and Shield?
No, Arceus.
Yes, I beat it.
I got
Can you
mine.
believe it?
I got mine 2 days ago. Started playing it.
I don't own it. I've never played it. What are your thoughts on it?
Oh, it's awesome.
Cheyenne
I
would
love
know more
it.
than me.
I love
I
it.
got it for the plane ride and stuff.
I'm very you know how I am. I get really deep into
Completionist.
into side quests and stuff, and these side quests are actually like doable and finishable, and it feels like you can actually complete the Pokédex, and it's not impossible. And
Without trading with somebody?
yeah,
That's nice.
yeah, exactly. Like
I
I caught.
cheated yesterday, and Cheyenne sent me a bunch of like low level.
Well,
good Pokemon.
it's fine, but like
I cheated.
like Gengar, for example. You know, you could only trade to have Gengar or Haunter evolve into Gengar, but I caught a Gengar, an Alpha Gengar, so he's effing giant.
So he's badass.
Yeah, he's got
He's huge.
even redder eyes than normal.
Well, and he's big. Like normal Gengars, you'll notice the scale when you start to play it, but like the Alpha Pokemon are like triple the size
But you know
of the
what's
regular
funny?
Pokemon.
This game introduced the lore that all Pokemon can change their size to any size they want, right? That's what this Pokemon game did. Because the way that the professor explains how they fit in the Pokeball is that all the Pokeball does is it activates their ability to shrink down to that size, and they live in the Pokeball comfortably.
Well,
yep.
That's what Pokemon can
fuck?
just shrink and be any size.
That
they
might
fucking
not
want,
necessarily
apparently.
mean that they can change their size whenever they want. Because if you said that the Pokeball
Maybe they can
activates
shrink
it.
down.
But I think they're trying to explain the Gigantamax.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is if they're saying that the Pokeball activates the ability.
And the alpha ones are bigger, and they
Well,
weigh
any
more.
alpha's gonna be
weight
bigger.
Is a thing in this
Alphas
game.
are always going to be bigger.
No, but listen, I know. No, but listen, I'm saying like in this game, you haven't played this.
No,
game yet,
I was
right?
debating on or not whether I'm buying it, but
There are light and heavy versions of every Pokemon in this.
I
game.
think
What are the
honestly,
benefits of other?
you should.
There are benefits for both speed
Well-
and stuff for the light ones, and then
And also,
Elden.
some of the side quests they want you to catch different varieties of Pokemon. So, like how do you say that? The hippopotamus one, the
Yeah.
hippotas.
the one that you showed me yesterday.
Yes,
The
there's a
two
different.
sexes are different colors.
Yeah, so there are two varieties of colors based on which gender you catch. And that's one of your quests, is to catch both a male and a female hippotas to show the lady that makes the clothes, and you get different patterns of clothes that you can put on your character.
I mean,
like, I just
that makes
really
sense though
enjoyed
because
it.
Yeah, this game is a mix between traditional Pokemon and Pokemon, like it's almost like Pokemon Snap, where you go around and take pictures, but except for in this game you go around and you just catch Pokemon. Like there's no gyms, there's
no
no
badge
like,
system.
You are
That's weird. No
there's
gyms, no badges.
No, yeah. There's one
Wow.
village you go around and you are creating and completing the first Pokedex.
Well, I do. There is sort of a badge system. Like you get
Yes,
these.
It's a star system.
Yeah, you get these stars, and that's how
But
you.
It's really just your.
That's how you
rank
progress
in
your
the
level or whatever.
organization that you work for.
Right,
Yeah,
and that's
it's your
like
rank.
right now. Matt is a first star, so he
Yeah,
can
one
only
star.
control like up to level
Okay,
20
yeah, that
Pokemon,
makes sense.
right?
They
Yes.
got to nerf it somehow like that.
Yeah. Right, because that's what badges did in the other games. Is like once you got the first badge, then you could have
Yeah,
higher,
I mean,
each badge
they
you
even
got,
did that
you
in
got
Sword
to
and Shield.
Control higher level Pokemon.
How is battling in the game?
Really
I
good.
like it a lot.
You get to run around.
Yeah, you
your
can
char-
actually run around, and if you're not fast enough, the other Pokemon will go again.
Yeah, and you have to dodge the Pokemon's attacks sometimes.
Yep.
Like
And
Typhlosion
Pokemon
is
have
mine.
different. Sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead,
no.
Go ahead.
I'm confused by that.
I was just saying, Pokemon have different. Like wild Pokemon have different tendencies, like based on what the Pokemon is. They'll be aggressive or passive or scared or whatever. Like some will literally just be like, "Ooh," and you can walk right up to them.
Yeah, they don't
oh,
care.
Shit! And then they fucking run away, and then other ones will be like, you, and then they come and attack you.
Yeah, even if you're just trying to walk by, you're like,
Well,
fucking leave me alone.
the way
Um,
I didn't beat finish Sword because it's a good game, but it felt like a Pokemon game, and I got bored with it. I got bored. Yeah, it was.
Like,
I did.
Let's go, like Pikachu. Let's go Pikachu and Let's go Eevee. Those were fun because they were remakes, and it was just fun to go back through old time.
I never beat those.
But like this one just felt Sword felt like a kind of a chore.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to hear that. That kind of that makes me.
Arceus feels.
Yeah,
new.
that makes me a little bit more convinced to go buy it.
It feels fresh. It feels fresh.
What I was gonna say was, my main is Typhlosion, right? Because I started with Cyndaquil as my starter, and he has a move now because he's level like 70, but he has this overheating move, and if I don't move out of the way in time, it hits me too.
Oh, so the trainer gets damaged too?
Yeah,
yeah.
You have to move
yourself and run around while you're telling.
That makes sense because when you play a regular, well, like let's take Sword for example and Shield. The trainer's standing right behind him, and you're just going to take the brunt of the solar beam that's being shot right at you or whatever. Like,
yeah, you have to move out of the way, or you're going to get hurt.
That is fresh.
I think that's fun.
Do you have
don't
HP
have like these
as a trainer?
Yes, you can get knocked out and faint.
Yep,
that's actually how you faint in this. Do you faint if all your Pokemon get got, or
yes?
I haven't. Oh, okay.
You do?
Well.
You're like, oh my
god.
God,
actually, it depends on what kind of scenario you're in. If you're in a story, yes, but if not, it'll just say you don't have any more Pokemon that can battle, and you have to fucking get out of there.
Okay. Or you will faint because that Pokemon will wreck your shit.
Or you will faint because because you get hit once because the Pokemon's like, fuck you.
Yeah, and you craft your own Pokeballs and potions and stuff instead of you can buy them. But
I
you
might
also craft.
I might go pick that up
by
tomorrow.
Picking up shit in the world.
I really think that you should. Oh, and something else I was going to tell you to get you guys to, like, another plus, I guess, is I beat the main story, but I'm only a 6-star level. There's still, like, 4 or 5
there's
more.
like 10, right?
Yeah, I think 15? There's 10. So I still have 4 more levels to go. Like, there's still more playability after the main story. Yeah, I still have a bunch of stuff to do. Even though I beat the main story.
Yeah, because I was debating on buying it. And I was like, with Matt coming out next week, I don't want to spend too much money. But then I realized earlier this week, I somehow managed to perfectly time out. Do you guys know what like Zip or QuadPay is, or like Afterpay, stuff like that? When you buy something.
Oh, Afterpay.
Daily Pay, where you can take your paycheck.
No, this is different.
No.
You pay in payments. So if you buy $100 item, you can pay $25 at a time.
So I bought our pit passes with my quad pay, and it just cleared this past Friday. I finished paying it off this past Friday. So now I have the whole $250 in my quad pay account again. So I was like, maybe I'll go buy myself a game. So for $15, because I'm assuming this game's what, $60?
Yeah,
for $15, I would be willing to go buy Pokemon Arceus right now.
I think it's for sure worth it.
Good. No,
I've been enjoying it. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, I'll go pick it up tomorrow then.
Yeah, Matt will have more of an
Hades
opinion.
Probably on my Switch on the plane ride. So
yeah, when you get more into it, you'll have more of a
yes. Pokemon or Cheyenne has a couple already.
Yeah, my Raichu. Well, I caught him as a Pikachu, but he's a shiny.
Was it organic?
Yeah,
like you. Nice. Okay.
I didn't even. Yeah, well, I didn't even realize it. I was just trying to catch the Pikachus, and then I put him in my party, and every time he gets thrown out for a battle, he sparkles, and I'm like, is he a shiny?
I've only ever caught one organic shiny. Like, I have a shit ton of shinies in Pokemon Go, but...
I remember the one I had. I was in my original copy of Ruby, and it was a shitty ass.
I have a Butterfree in Sword.
Another one.
It's pink.
Butterfree. Another one I have is Ponyta. Has flames. Yeah.
Nice.
I have a Ponyta.
I love shiny Ponytas. Those are my favorite shinies.
You can get them in the very first area, buddy. So if you want that to be your main fire type, well, yeah, I guess technically. But
you can get a Ponyta in the first place.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait for it to
do you know enough to say like whether like? Because I remember in Let's Go, they did a whole chain system where if you keep catching the same Pokemon over and over and over and over and over and over and over, it helps
like multiply
the chances. It helps the chances.
Oh, I have no clue.
Wait, did you actually have to catch it every time?
If it runs away on you, or
I don't know.
You can leave. You can leave if you like throw the ball twice and it busts out twice and you're like, I'm not comfortable with it. Let's say you have like a 20 catch streak and you're like, I don't want to fuck with this. You can leave and that doesn't affect it. But if it busts out and then runs away, you fucked. You got to start over again.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't think
if...
it would matter because they spawn in 3D space and you can see them.
Yeah.
So
They don't pop up as well. At least in Let's Go, and I don't know anything. No, in Sword, the Caterpie that I caught didn't pop up as shiny.
The one like in the world.
Nope,
in the
it was just
overworld,
a regular
you can
Caterpie.
Oh, they pop up as
okay.
shiny.
That's good to know.
See.
In Arceus?
Yeah, in Arceus. One thing about Arceus 2 is to finish the Pokedex, you don't just catch it one time. You have to catch it multiple times to get enough
and you're
information.
studying them.
Yeah, you're studying them. So, like, one of the things I have a lot of is Machokes, because one of the quests I was on was to get Machokes. And so I was showing Matt last night, I have a ton of Machokes, I have a ton of Magikarp. You know,
How many
because
do you
there's
have?
a bunch, like 4 or 5.
20.
Do you know
Yeah.
if the Pokeball Plus
Maybe
works with this game at all or not? Any kind of functionality with
I
it?
don't think it does.
I can see. I've got the case right here.
There's not
Because
an
it had
option that
it
I
had
saw.
very minimal usage when Sword and Shield came out, and really it only seemed to be made for.
Yeah, I don't know that there's honestly don't know that there's eggs or anything like that in this game either. So
There's not.
Yeah, the only thing you could do
That I have
in
found yet.
Sword was take it with you as a buddy, and it would help you in Pokemon Go. That was the only thing it would do for you.
There's a bunch of legendaries.
I'm sure.
Though.
Probably because they're not quote unquote legendaries yet. Because there's so many of them.
True. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. No, I mean,
There are
yeah, I'll probably go pick it up
but-
tomorrow then. That sounds fun. I've been looking for a new game to play on my
It
Switch
is.
other than Mario Party.
You have to tell us next week what you think.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, no, not next week.
We won't
Next
record next week because we'll be in. I mean, maybe if you want to show up again, you and Chris can record something, but
We're gonna.
because Jake and I are going to be
I was
recording.
gonna say
like,
we're gonna
vlogs
attempt to do like a
Right.
vlog.
yeah, vlogs. That's what I meant to say.
Well, whenever. you
Nerds
have to
at the
tell us
track.
what you
That's what we're calling it.
think. Nerds
Patent
at the
pending.
track.
And eating in and out.
In and out. I thought you wanted Bonchon.
Ooh, you gotta do an in and out VOD.
I mean, I'm not gonna. Oh, okay. I can only eat Bonchon over there. I guess.
Well, I was gonna say because In and Out is like 2 minutes from my apartment, but Bonchon is in Phoenix. So when we're in Phoenix, we're eating at Bonchon.
I want to go ahead and say I want to go ahead and guarantee that I will, since you're working the day we arrive and we get in at around 11 or noon.
Already
I will
have eaten.
probably hit In
Okay,
and Out
that's
for
fine.
lunch.
That's fine.
Yes.
I'm just saying,
That'll probably
In and Out
be
is
the first
always
thing.
an option because it's like 5 minutes from my apartment. You guys are
Yeah.
only like your Airbnb is only like 12, 15 minutes from my place too, which is nice.
All right, sweet. Yeah, are we like in the city, like on campus? Is that that's
A
what
little
it looked
bit.
Like to
It
me?
looked like you're a little bit down near the university area, which isn't bad. Hold on, I need to click the link again. Let's see.
Yeah, I've spent so much time down there recently, in NCAA. I feel like I'll
Yeah.
be right at home.
Be campus hero. Yeah, according
According
to Apple Maps, you are 10 minutes away from my place. You are staying at East Knox. Where are you? On Mountain?
All right, don't dox us.
Oh yeah, sorry, I shouldn't.
You'll already be gone.
No, dox him at the.
No, this will come
Yeah.
out tomorrow. This podcast will come out tomorrow.
Oh, okay,
we don't
dox
delay them anymore.
you.
That's why when we don't record, we just skip it. Yeah. By the way, so sorry we didn't record last week. Chris had we all had shit going.
No,
on, so
Yeah, I had midterms.
Chris had
so-
really important tests, and
you're
Jake was working. So.
you're quite a way. You're at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're about 8 blocks away from the university. Well, more than block. Like
Somebody's doing the math right now.
Yeah, they can find you.
you're quite a ways away from the university.
I'm gonna get
They
murdered.
gonna find you.
We'll go drive by it
Okay,
though, so you can
that's
see it.
fine. I was just. I really.
I'm
don't
just saying.
care.
I'll take you. I'll take you down there by
Really
it. See it. Hey, did you want to go that Saturday night to the local track? It's like $5 a ticket.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
talk about it when we're there. I don't want to commit
No,
to
I got
anything
you, I got
now
you.
before I know what's going on. Also, you're still in the Discord, so I'm going to...
Oh yeah, cool. I appreciate it.
I'm just going to disconnect you. There you go. I just looked up and saw you.
I think it's because I just closed out of Discord. I didn't hang up.
Yeah, Discord is one of those apps that actually doesn't close.
That's
when you close
terrifying.
it. So
Yeah.
What if you close and you start getting intimate with your person and you're still in Discord?
You better make sure that you hang up.
Somebody, whoever's in the
allowed
Discord
Can join
whoever's
and
in the
listen.
Discord with you.
I mean, you live in an apartment. Surely there's already measures in place.
Whoever's in the Discord playing their game, they're like, "Who's clapping for me? I'm not doing all that great anyway."
Oh my god.
That's a slow clap.
Remind me never to get in the Discord.
By yourself. By yourself.
Who's going to be clapping for you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's going on in there by yourself?
I don't know.
What?
Just remind me never to join the Discord again.
She's just being very cautious about joining the Discord.
Yeah.
But no, that
While I'm playing.
I'm really glad to hear all that.
was some
Yeah,
good
I'm
Pokemon
really
talk.
glad to hear all that positive talk about Arceus. Because I haven't with
Heck
them
yeah.
announcing Violet and Scarlett so soon. Like it's almost like they didn't give it enough time to have any air to breathe and get really out there and talked about. You know.
They really didn't.
Yeah.
And I am kind of disappointed in that because I really am enjoying Arceus and I don't want to have to start a whole nother new game if it's just a repeat of Arceus. you know?
Well, I don't think it's even though I haven't played Arceus,
We don't know that it is.
I don't think it's going to be a repeat because it's going to be back in modern Pokemon timeline.
I think it's going to be in that style, though.
The
With different, I really think this was a proof of concept.
Absolutely.
Game, like you were saying,
Same mechanics, but I think it's still going to be your modern day Pokemon world, like modern day according to the Pokemon world kind of game.
Oh, that
you know.
makes sense. That might be cool then. Not a like budding village with no population, no mechanics, like
But I'll tell you this right now.
no industrial.
The concept of you can complete the Pokédex by yourself, as soon as they announce 2 games, you know that's not possible.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but in
So
Arceus,
Pokemon
it is,
cornered
and
that market and was like,
happy.
holy shit, you can sell the same game twice with 4 differences and people will buy them both.
Yeah, because they want to complete the damn Pokedex.
I've never been that way.
You're having friends and being like, which one are you getting? And you want your friend
gotta
to
get
get
the
the
opposite.
opposite one?
Thankfully,
My
Yeah,
sister.
I'll go ahead and go on record and say I'm getting
I'll
Violet.
get Scarlet.
So
Yeah.
I
I'll
don't give
get
a shit.
whatever my siblings don't get.
I'll get whichever one I feel like getting.
Chris don't
Chris is going to look at the legendary and be like...
The only reason I
yeah.
got Sword is because
That's exactly
the
how I do it.
legendary, whatever the Pokemon's name is, that's the Shield.
Who
The
wants to get a
Shield dog,
Who
the
wants to get a
Shield dog
shield?
looks so stupid.
He's so cute.
I was like, no,
It does.
no, give me the fucking dog that's
It looks
fighting a
horrendous.
sword. That's badass. I don't want the dog that's face is a shield.
I
No,
only
it
got
looks like
this.
a lion with
I
a
got
giant-
this.
It's a dog with
Yeah.
a huge mane.
Yeah,
I got the shield one because my siblings had already gotten swords. So.
And
because that was clearly the better one.
technically, I never bought Sword. I rented it from GameFly and just never sent it back.
Oh my goodness!
It wasn't supposed to happen that way.
I can't believe that GameFly is still a
It
thing,
wasn't- no
and you
shit, it
use
No,
it.
it wasn't supposed to happen that way. Honest to God, because
You know, if I ever go to court for something, that's what I'm going to say. It wasn't
No,
supposed to
because
happen that way.
what
That
happened?
will not
See,
stand up.
what had happened? What had happened was
What?
my debit card that was linked to GameFly, it got fraud. I had fraud on it, and so I just never went back and fixed it.
Those fucks. Oh, that's
So now they keep billing the same
he's
card, and it
he's
gets
gonna get a bill in 30 years when they finally track him down. Like, you
You stole
$1,000,
Pokemon
the most
Sword.
expensive Pokemon game.
There's
ever.
got to be a statute of limitations on that shit.
I don't think there is actually.
You're like, you can have it back.
Here, fucking just take the game back. I'm not paying you $5,000 for a shitty because at that point, 30 years from now, it'll be a shitty Switch game.
I wonder what we'll have. Hollow.
Yeah, by then we'll have it remastered.
At least 3 times.
At least twice.
Yeah.
God.
We'll have Pokemon Master Sword and Super Shield.
Master Sword.
That
don't
actually
think that they
sounds
would
like
use
something
that.
they would consider.
Yeah, but no, they couldn't do
Because
that.
The
They
Legend
wouldn't
of
do
Zelda.
that to
Well, that's why I said
Zelda.
it on purpose, was the Master
Yeah.
Sword.
I know, but
Maybe it's a crossover game.
Yeah, fuck
Who
it.
knows what the hell's going on in 30
Press X,
years?
doubt that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have no idea. Did you know that 2020 was going to be a thing? No. So
Mario
who knows
Party.
what's gonna happen.
I mean, I knew eventually.
Did you
2020
know
was gonna
that
exist.
2023 is going to be
Mario
what it will be?
Party X
No, I have no
Yakuza.
idea what 2023 is gonna be.
Mario Party
Love
X Yakuza. I'm calling it now. 30 years from now.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna ditch rabbits and go with Yakuza, huh?
You got to keep it fresh.
It'd be way better. Way better.
Gotta keep
Mario
it
Party
fresh.
58 X Yakuza.
You have Yakuza guys in like little fucking Mario Karts.
So, does anybody want my very limited Elden Ring impression?
Actually, yes, I would
Yes,
love to hear it
I'm
because
haven't played much of it.
I'm impressed you haven't.
Me too. I've been waiting for you to
I've been-
stream it.
Well, trust me, I've been waiting to stream it too. My PC just doesn't want to stream shit anymore, so I don't fucking know what the
I'm
problem
really
is.
interested in the game. I just don't want to play
Yeah,
it.
I don't want to play it either.
I've
I
been
want to
streaming
play
on
it.
Discord.
I just
I've
don't
been
want to
streaming it on
watch the
Discord.
stream because I don't want the spoilers.
Well, I've only gotten to the first real boss. I fought him
Which
once
is-
the other
what's-
night.
What's the first real
Did he
boss?
wreck you?
No, I got him about halfway down and was like, and it was already 2 a.m. and I was like, I don't want this to turn into hours.
Is
so
that
I'm just
the
gonna go to bed
tree?
now?
The tree warden guy? The one on
No.
the horse?
No, that's a different guy.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't beat him yet.
Is this the bristly fuck?
The bristly fuck.
The bristly guy with the fucking sword, the long ass sword.
What?
like- I don't fucking know what he is. I've only ever
Wow,
seen.
Chris is really describing every boss ever. The
He's a
long
bristly
guy in
fuck.
Dark Souls with the long ass sword.
He's
Who could it
covered
Chris
in
be?
doesn't want
bristles.
spoilers. Yeah, he throws like magic throwing knives at you, and has like a magic hammer. Is that what you wanted to know?
No, that wasn't.
Anyways, how's it
Yeah, he's-
how's it
he's
going?
The first
How's it going?
boss. Yeah, it's hard. It's definitely hard. But I think this game is probably a lot more approachable than a lot of the other Soulsborne games. I'm not going to include Sekiro in that because that's just different.
Sekiro just looks like it's own complex beast.
Yeah, the gameplay on that is so much different than these other ones that it's different. But this game it has the art style of Dark Souls with a little bit of the flexibility in classes as Bloodborne, which I like. It's still only a dodge roll, like, so there's no like sidestepping like in Bloodborne, so it's not as fast paced as that. There's no regaining health when you hit people either, but different weapons actually cause different types of damage, so depending on the class. So like I chose a samurai class.
Mhm. I was there for that
and-
part.
Yeah, you were there for that. I chose the samurai class, and the samurai actually has two weapons that it starts with. It starts with a longbow and a katana.
Makes sense.
And so for this character, you actually want to basically main the Uchikatana, which is what you start with the entire time. You can go from the start of the game to the end of the game with just that one sword. And then same with the bow. You can upgrade the bow or get different bows at a certain point based on your playstyle. But like the playstyle that I've kind of learned, and then after watching like a roll video and like how to play the samurai roll, is you because it's really easy to get a bunch of arrows in this game. So you don't really have to worry about running out. You can always craft more or buy some more. They're really, really cheap. But you thin the crowd out with the bow, and then you can two-hand the sword, or have the bow in one hand and then the sword one-handed, and it's a totally different move set for the sword in both. But there are abilities that you can learn that are very similar to the abilities in Sekiro that are almost like special sword strikes or special moves. The one I have equipped right now is like a stomp that will stun an enemy, even if it's in the middle of an attack. It'll stun lock it, and he'll be like for a second. But that using those moves takes a little bit of mana. So there's actually a reason to upgrade some of your mana or whatever during the course of the game, even if you're like just a melee fiend, basically. But there is a move that the next time I play, which is probably going to be tomorrow, all day when I get back from the doctor's in the morning. I'm just gonna fucking play it all day tomorrow. There's an ability where you sheathe your sword and you whip it out really fast, like it's very similar to an ability in Sekiro that I can't remember the name of.
Like your stereotypical
like
anime
the whole
where you
build. You very very stereotypical. Yes, you like whip it out of the sheath really quickly, and it deals a fuck ton of damage, and it staggers even bosses. So the main build is going to be mostly just using that ability with occasional with bow strikes and occasional 1 to 2 hit combos. It is a very good lunge attack as well. But I mean, there's like 10 or 12 rolls. There's like 2 or 3 magic based rolls. There's a ranged based roll. There's like a thief roll, which is based on sneaking and getting visceral attacks and stuff like that. Another thing that the Uchi Katana does is it deals bleed damage, which actually stacks up on different limbs. And when you stack the bleed damage, it causes a huge chunk of health to go away on a boss, and it will stagger them and drop them down so you can visceral attack them.
Interesting.
Nice.
That's
so,
really cool. I mean,
the thing about the game that I really like is that when I was trying to get into it a little bit, is it seems more approachable than Dark Souls and all that stuff, because those games, yes, they beat the shit out of you, but at a certain point, there's nothing else you can do other than go forward in that one area and just get your asshole destroyed over and over and over again.
You
until
just take
you get
it.
through it. Whereas at least in this game, you can be like, all right, fuck this shit, I'm going home, and go to just be like, all right, I'm going to go over here and fuck around for a minute. And you can, it's completely freely open world.
It's not so
I've played
linear.
for 5 hours and only just got to the first boss. Yeah, because I've just been exploring and doing my own thing.
Are you finding like items and
finding items out the ass,
cosmetic shit? Do enemies still drop shit?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Like the enemy's wearing an armor set.
You can find maps that will go ahead and will open up the map for you so you can see everything in that region.
Are enemy armor sets still wearable?
Yes,
that's cool. I always like that about Dark Souls, where it'd be like,
yeah, I went ahead and I got an enemy armor set, but I went ahead and sold it because it was more towards a bruiser, the normal just hack and slash, like beat the shit out of you build. It wasn't as good it was super heavy, so I wouldn't have had so with the samurai, he has some decent armor, but you want to have a specific type, because you can become over encumbered, but it'll actually become gradual. The more shit you have on you makes you move slower until a certain point, and then you are like,
yeah.
But the more shit you're carrying makes you less dexterous and takes more stamina for you to roll and stuff like that.
Is weapon degradation a thing?
If it is, it's so minuscule I haven't noticed it, so I don't think so. And I think there's way, way less. The amount of weapons is more similar at what I've seen to Bloodborne, where there's like 15 or 20 different ones, instead of in Dark Souls where there's like 1 million of the same exact sword that will drop every 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because those degrade. That always annoyed me about Dark Souls. Every 5 seconds I was changing my weapon, so it would change my fucking my play style every 30 seconds.
So you couldn't really lock in
really
and master on one style.
Yeah, yes. It might be more prevalent with some of the other roles where you're changing weapons every hour or so when you find a better one or whatever. But I've read specifically with the samurai role that I've that I've chosen. You can, from the start to finish the game with the starting sword that you start with.
Yeah.
So, and it's actually it's recommended that you either use that, or there's there's a double bladed sword that you can find as well. That's like basically like Darth Maul's lightsaber, but a sword.
That's crazy, because most RPGs that have weapons that I've ever played, and that's a very small list, there's always, hey, this one's better than what you started with. Get rid of that piece of shit. The closest thing I ever got to a game where you could start with the main weapon start and finish the game with the main weapon that you started with was Kingdom Hearts 3, because you had the ability to level up your weapon.
Yeah, that's how it is in Sekiro. You just start with the same sword the whole time. in that game, but it really seems like it depends on the role you play. So like if you
By
and actually
by
magic
role,
is
I'm sorry to
actually
interrupt you.
like
By role,
a thing in
do
this
you mean
game.
like by class? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
class.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, I chose the samurai class that has predetermined stats versus some of the other ones. Like, yes, you can change the stats however you want after the fact,
Okay.
but yeah, the starting role, you start with like an actual samurai armor, which is pretty decent armor, I think, is what I read until about mid game or so, or before you get a little bit after the first 2 or 3 bosses, then you do want to start picking up some better armor. But based on what I've been reading, you can just continuously upgrade your starting weapon. But it's a super versatile role with a bunch of different. What was that?
Yeah, go ahead and finish your thought because it has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Okay, it's just based on what I've read. Like, and I just picked it because I was like, that looks cool. The starting armor looks cool, right? Like Shine, when I was doing it, I was like, because I made Wolf from Sekiro.
Yeah.
As he's my samurai character. After I saw that there was a samurai role, I was like, oh fuck yeah, we'll make him. So I did that. And then realized I probably will never see his face anyway, so it doesn't matter.
True.
Nice.
But
you didn't spend a whole lot of time on the face though. So.
No, but I made some other templates. I made like a really shitty 5-minute Siri, and then I think I made a Keanu Reeves too.
Yeah, you did.
And then as soon as we got into real gameplay, the stream just was dog shit. So
it was because of all every time one of the ghost people came up, I think there are other players. Every time one of those came up, the stream would stutter. Oh yeah, and it was horrible too. And I don't understand why. I really don't know. I do want to touch on the stream issues. Don't let me forget when we're ending.
I do have a question.
Okay.
Is there still that element that was in Dark Souls and in Bloodborne and in Sekiro where it's like you progress through the level and then you unlock a shortcut to get back to that advanced point? Is that still
not that I've noticed, because most everything I've done is all open world, but I've just entered the first boss I'm fighting is at the entrance to the castle I'm trying to get into. So the castle, it might be that way, yes, but in the open world, like in the fields and all that stuff, it doesn't seem that way, no.
Okay.
But there are dungeons you can find, and you go in there and you get loot and shit like that. Some of them are traps and some are really hard to get through, but then you get a really good weapon or something out of them. So
nice.
But I've been really enjoying it. I've been purposefully really taking my time with it. I've noticed that the learning curve on this game is nowhere near as hard for me as Sekiro was, because the play style of Sekiro is the exact opposite of everything you want to do in Bloodborne, which is the Soulsborne game that I'm most adept at. Because that game's all based on dodging and counter shooting and landing visceral attacks and being super fucking aggressive and getting your health back when you take damage and stuff. Whereas in Sekiro, the entire game is completely you're pigeonholed into knowing how to block and timing your blocks perfectly and knowing and knowing whether a boss is more likely to be staggered or more likely to be killed by getting his shit wrecked health wise. Because there are bosses that you want to fight where you basically only want to just keep blocking the shit out of them, because their stagger bar goes up really fast, and then you can just visceral hit them and take a whole health bar away. And then other bosses where they have super high stagger and you just want to whittle them down to nothing. Where this game, again, I don't have a lot of boss fight experience, but now that the combat and stuff is nowhere near as challenging right off the bat. At least it's about on par with the difficulty that I found in Dark Souls 3 or in Bloodborne, but it does feel a lot more polished and a lot more not exactly fast paced, but it is more towards the Bloodborne end of things for me than Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 felt, because that's the Dark Souls I played the most. That and Demon Souls, when I was playing both of those, they just feel, your character just feels so heavy and so sluggish that it's super hard for me to want to keep, it's not as satisfying. It doesn't feel as gratifying to me after playing like 150 hours of Bloodborne and platinuming it, because that game's super fast and really responsive. So it just I struggle to get through it, like, because it doesn't. I don't know. If I
It's like your guy is drunk the whole time.
Exactly. I just don't feel like he's doing what I want him to do. Whereas in Bloodborne, I feel like I have ultimate control, because your character is so much more agile and you can actually dodge and stuff, and it's not just a slow-mo roll. Like,
it's so much more about
fucking. It sucks so much.
With
ass.
Dark Souls,
and then
like
when you heal, it takes 58,000 years.
Yeah, I
You're
know. Yeah, I know.
Oh, I finally healed. Boom! And then you get fucking hit again.
You get
as soon as you're
stomach
done
to
with
hell.
the animation. Yeah, exactly. It's bullshit.
Yeah,
At least in
Dark
Bloodborne,
Souls
you're
very
literally
much
just
about like
boom,
positioning.
Healed. Boom, healed.
You know what I mean?
Like, yeah.
You learn their
It's-
attack pattern, and then you just learn where not to stand when you're fighting them.
Yes,
Enemies.
because dodging really doesn't help.
Yeah.
I never got the countering done, but that's why the samurai roll is much more in my playstyle, because I'm dodging them instead of trying
How's
to
your
just hit them
stamina
with fucking.
when you're attacking?
It's
and rolling
it's
and
pretty
fighting?
it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Because he's got lighter armor. And he's got. I've started leveling up stamina and dexterity a lot, so he's a dex build. So you go super high into dexterity because of your ranged ability, and the sword scales off skill or dexterity. Sorry.
That's cool.
When I think dexterity, I think skill, because that's
Bloodborne.
what it's called in Bloodborne.
Yep. I can tell that they're ready to move on.
Oh no, it's fine. I just don't have anything to talk
If
about.
you
No,
guys have any other questions, go for it.
I
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
super
Chris-
interested
Chris
in
and I are
Elden.
Yeah,
Soulsborne veterans.
Yeah, we're
it's
the
just not
ones
my
that-
forte, so I'm letting you guys.
But honestly, I would say a lot. I know a lot of people have said that this is probably the most approachable Soulsborne game. Like, look, let me be honest. It's still hard as shit. You're
Good.
still gonna get your ass kicked. You're still gonna get mad. But I think this is the most approachable one for people that have never played a Soulsborne game, or because you can get those breaks, you can get those minutes of respite, right, where you have a minute and like, all right, I'm gonna go over here and just clear a bunch of enemies I already know I can kill, and just farm them for a few minutes, go level up a couple times, and I'll go try again.
Yep.
Or whereas you do not really have that in Dark Souls or in Bloodborne, because now Bloodborne is not as
You do have that in Dark Souls.
but it's not to the same where, like, you know where you have to go, right? And that's the
Mhm.
only really way you can go, is like, well, I have to go through these motherfuckers, right? Like, there's not as much. Like, you could go off in this other direction in Elden Ring for 30 minutes and actually discover things instead of farming the same fucking 5 enemies and then, recalling and killing the same 5 enemies and recalling and killing the same,
It's
like
true.
that.
There are a lot of times
It's
that I
nowhere
did
near
that.
as tedious. It's nowhere near as tedious.
Okay.
So, and there's lots of things to discover, and
Do the
you
dead
go
bodies
horse
still
too.
stay?
they do for a little bit, yes, but they don't stay forever.
Okay, because there's so much more. It's open world. after all.
Yeah. If you leave the area at all, they disappear.
That's fair.
The reason I was freaking out and like smiling and getting all excited earlier was you can be my in-person guide through some more Witcher. I would
Goddamn
love
right.
that, actually.
I'm excited. I can't wait. Yeah, I can try to keep miles off you, and I can tell you. how
Yeah,
to
that'd
play.
be really helpful.
That's a good idea.
But yes, any other questions? So if you were looking, if anyone listening is looking to like an entry point into any of this kind of these harder games or whatever, like, yes, I like, again, honest to God, it's still hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, to say you're just gonna waltz in and be like, oh, I got this shit. It's still gonna be hard. As a Bloodborne and semi Soulsborne veteran, a guy who has beat Sekiro multiple times and gotten pretty damn good at that game, and platinum Bloodborne, it's still hard for me. I've never once I played for 5 or 6 hours. I've never even been close to getting pissed off about it. So it's not like that. But again, I haven't got stuck on a boss yet. So
I am really interested in the story.
exactly, I feel like this game is I can see, because of the flexibility in classes, I think there's a greater ability to cheese in this game. because if I wanted to, if I was good enough and had enough arrows, I could just fucking arrow the first boss to death. Like, it does a decent amount of damage. I could do it.
Just
and
run
I just
away
have
and
to
be like,
dodge his bullshit. Run away and shoot him. Boom. 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 Always that. Okay, run away again. Boom. Yeah, you could absolutely cheese him like that. 100%. So... I've seen some of the other, like, the magic builds and stuff is basically the same.
Is there a waste
get
of
close
skin
to-
class?
Yes. Yeah, of course there is.
What is it called? Like tarnished? Or
Yeah, that's what
something?
you are. You're a tarnished, and I'm not maidenless anymore. That's the big joke online, about being maidenless. You're maidenless until you learn how to level up. Yeah, remember how I told you guys, I was like, yeah, I'm like 3 hours in and I still don't know how to level up.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, I spawned, I killed a couple dudes, and then I went to the next little bonfire thing, and I sat down, and I got, the bitch was like, hello, I'm here, I can suck you off now, so now you can level up. That kind of shit.
And you were like,
because in every
oh,
game,
hot
it's always
diggity.
some lady. Yeah, some weird spoken woman that levels you up or whatever.
Was she blindfolded?
But you also have a horse. No.
How
She has a scar on her left eye, though.
I've seen so much frustration around how easily the horse dies.
Yes. Yeah, you can get stun locked in the horse. You like they will just lock you in, and they will hit you, like 4 dudes will hit you at once, and the horse will die.
It like
But
into like
but it just
blue
disappears.
mist.
It just disappears, and
And
then
then
you
you
can
fall,
immediately
like-
call it back. There's no cooldown or anything for calling him back.
He's like a spirit horse.
Yeah, he's also got weird horns.
Can you ride
He's
him
got
off a
bull
cliff
horns.
and then jump off him and then grab something? Like use him like Yoshi?
I don't know. There's no like grappling hook, or at least if there is, I haven't found it. I don't know what you're talking about. But you can jump off him. Yes, I've jumped off him and like down, like landed on a guy and fucking killed him. So
Awesome.
the sword combat is pretty good on the horse as well. So like you can also use the horse to battle mini bosses out in the world. So. Which is the next time I try to beat the Tree Sentinel, that's probably what I'll do. Is I'll probably get on the horse and try to do that. Like the Tree Sentinel's not too hard. I've already fought him like 5 or 6 times and gotten most of his attack patterns down. I just don't do enough damage to really even. So like I can tell by the amount of damage I take from him and how much I deal to him that I'm not supposed to be fighting him yet.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Even
Even
though he's
though
like one of the first.
Yeah, I was
fucking
about to say he's like the
people.
first
Yeah.
thing you come upon. Though.
But it's going to be
Well, I
something
mean,
that you
yeah.
have to like avoid.
Yes, yeah, for a while. But it's cool because when you find like certain I'm just gonna call them bonfires. When you find them, there's like a little sparkly arrow basically that points you towards the next story-driven bonfire. So
That's cool.
I think it's very good
Well,
if you are someone that is a Dark Souls virgin.
Lost Grace.
Don't buy Dark Souls. Don't buy Bloodborne. Buy this game.
It's Grace, not a bonfire.
It's called Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when you
It's a
find it, it
saving
says grace restored. Yeah, grace restored is what it says.
You found Lost Grace.
Yeah, but it's a pretty good
When
jumping
you
on
kill
point
enemies,
to really
does it
dip
give
your
you-
toes in.
Does it give you souls or what does it give you? What's the currency?
I think it's essence.
Runes.
No, yeah, it's runes.
Runes?
It's runes. Which
I've
is
been-
really confusing
I've-
because in Bloodborne, runes are like perks that you
Yeah.
apply. It's kind of confusing.
I told you I'm pretty interested in the story, so I've been watching a couple people on YouTube play through it just to see.
What I would do, Cheyenne, if I were you, since I know you don't want to get super frustrated at it, if you ever decide you want to get the game, watch somebody play through the whole game first, so you know where to go and what like the strategies are, and then play the game.
No, I just said I'll watch someone play.
That's what I did with Bloodborne the first time.
Oh,
when I knew
you
where to
did?
go and stuff. Yes, it was a lot easier to just focus on getting good instead of finding out where to go. I watched a guy play the whole game, and after I got to a certain point, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I could do it. Let's do it. And I started over, and I was able to go through the game and play it, and eventually I played it enough to where I got super fucking good at it. So, but
Yeah,
yes,
that's what
I would.
I might do that. I just need to watch more people play through it because I'm not a super big fan of like. I like walking up on people and them not attacking me. Like,
well,
I wanna.
you won't like this game then.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I didn't get it. Is because like the whole point is battling all the time. But I like regular RPG games
But-
where.
I
Like
don't know,
Stardew
it's-
Valley kind of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That reminds me, Cheyenne. There's a game called Palia that you need to go sign up for the alpha for. It's like a mix
Palia?
between Stardew Valley and like Valheim and stuff, but it's an MMO, so you can play with your friends.
Ooh. Can you send me the link for it?
Yeah, I can send you the invite to the Discord
Yeah.
because it's still an alpha. So
Talia. That sounds like something I would like.
yeah, I'll just send you a random invite here.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions about it, real quick?
No, none for me.
No? Okay. Well, I think it's really good. I can't wait to play it more, but I'm glad I've been taking my time with it. So because I know Chris doesn't want spoilers, and I really respect that, especially for a game like this. So when we're hanging out, I'm not like, no, Chris, I don't want to hang out with you because I'm playing Elden Ring.
I understand,
So
and that's why I leave it
we'll
alone.
play other stuff.
Like
and stuff
you're
like
doing
that.
that. I'm like,
I've only
I want
done
you
that
to do
once.
that.
I've only done that once to where
Right.
I'm like, I just sat down to play it.
I-
I just sat down to play it.
I have I just received my student loan refund check, so now I have enough money to afford my copy of Elden Ring, and I haven't decided whether I want to get it on PC or just play it on Xbox.
Well, there's no crossplay, and I would just say get it on PC since you don't have a next gen console yet.
All right,
The performance issues have not been that. They're not as dramatic as they say online. You have a decent PC. Like yours is still new, so it's about, it's in terms of specs, it's like on par with mine, but it's new, so it performs better than mine. And I get a couple frame drops every once in a while, but that's about it.
it's negligible.
Yes, for some reason when I fight the tree sentinel, that's where I have every time he attacks, I get like a frame drop, which is weird. But other than that, that's the most significant frame drop I've noticed the entire time I played the game.
How much? How big is the game?
Let me see. I can tell you. Let me pull Steam up. Sorry.
Because Catherine's
Uh,
dad gave me that external hard drive, but I haven't
Hell yeah.
been able to figure out how to get it to like work. Like I have it plugged in, and my PC never like recognizes it, and I just don't understand.
It is 27 megabytes.
Really?
No, I'm stupid.
I was like,
save
what?
data. That's save data.
Okay, that makes
It's
more
50
sense.
gigs.
Okay,
It's 50 gigs.
all right, that sounds about right. I could probably find 50
Yeah,
gigs.
immediately as soon as that came out of my mouth, I was like, there's no way.
I was like, there's no way it's smaller than Deep Rock.
Yeah, no. Another great game, by the way. It's half off on Steam right now.
You guys would love Deep Rock.
Oh yeah,
Jake's played
Deep Rock
with
is
us.
fun.
I know. Cheyenne, you'd love it.
All right.
It's really fun.
I think it's time. To start talking about the whole reason why we're here.
The
This will be a long
time.
episode, so sorry. Not sorry. But yes, no more questions,
Nope.
right, about Elden Ring?
Yeah, let's
Nope.
continue.
All right. So, we've all seen it. It just came out on Friday. I saw an early screening of it last Wednesday, and I saw it again on Saturday. We've all seen Batman.
Yep, I
Batman,
saw it yesterday.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Does anybody... So, yes, basically from now on out, for the rest of this show, we're going to talk about the Batman. We're going to give our review, our thoughts, all that stuff. Jake's picking his nose.
Yeah,
Hell
spoilers on me picking my
Go, Jake.
nose. There's some
Get in there.
good stuff up in here.
Spoilers. Oh, my God.
Get in there.
Is that gold on
No,
there?
it's silver.
Ah. Hey, the price is
Platinum.
silver,
It's
man.
rising. It's on the rise.
All right. It's on the rise.
The silver rises.
That's on topic. That's nice. I like that. All right. So before we get really, really into it, I just want to ask you guys, going into the movie, were you excited?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reasonably.
Okay.
Just from the
Did-
trailers, I was.
Okay. And what did you guys expect from the movie? Who wants to go first?
Violence. No.
Okay,
Violence.
Cheyenne said violence.
Mm,
Okay, listen.
I guess.
I was thinking this was before his, like, I'm not going to kill anybody phase.
Mm.
From the trailer. Because it looked like he was beating
No,
the
that
shit
was
out of
always
people.
his rule from the get-go.
I didn't know that it was from the get-go. I thought maybe this was pre-morality.
Yeah, this isn't Ben Affleck fucking kill
Yeah,
everybody.
no,
Batman.
that was basically his one rule from the get-go was
As
Yeah,
Batman in general, yes.
I recently
killing isn't ideal.
because I have HBO Max, and I don't know if you guys know this. There's a shit ton of the DC animated movies on HBO Max. I watched Injustice, and there's this part where I think Damian, as Robin, is talking to Batman after he beats the shit out of somebody, and he's like, "So you won't kill, but traumatic brain injuries are okay?" And he's like, "It's fine."
It's fine.
So,
Yes,
so like,
awesome.
Batman's
Pretty
going to
much.
beat the shit out of you. He won't kill you, but you're not going to be the same afterwards. So that was right on par for me.
Yeah.
In fact,
Okay.
the brutality that he had almost showed like a lack of self-control, which was very much so in line for it being his second year as being Batman. So I thought that was great. I mean, but I'm sorry to interrupt you, Shannon. Continue with your part, because I was going to go on like a 5-minute tangent right there. But
no, keep going.
Yeah, well,
I didn't.
Jake and I, I'm sure, are going to go off during this.
No,
we're Batman guys. So.
That was literally all I had to say. Was that's what I thought, but that's not the case.
All right,
I don't
Chris, what'd you
know a
assume
whole
you
bunch
were
of
gonna see then?
Batman lore.
I don't know. I was hoping that it would get. I was thinking it was going to be like a realistic, quote unquote, Batman with like. It seemed like it, from what I remember seeing in the advertisements, it seemed like it was going to be a darker portrayal, like it was going to be a little bit more serious. And I was going into it expecting. Yeah, exactly. I was.
Can I
expecting
ask a
something
follow-up
more,
question to that?
Heavy.
What was it that didn't make it feel? I guess for a term you're looking for is grounded. What made it feel like it wasn't?
I think he
didn't
was
say it
saying
wasn't.
that's what his anticipations
That's what I was
were.
expecting.
Oh, okay.
Compared,
That's all.
because it took me a second too. I was like, "Oh, what?" So, Chris, do you feel that the movie landed on all of those things?
It landed on it pretty well. Some things, I mean,
Okay.
I feel like it's a good movie. It doesn't really deserve any kind of harsh criticism. Basically, if you want to criticize it, in my opinion, you're pretty much just nitpicking, like little details here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Because overall, like just all the plot, basically it just works. The movie fucking was good. That was my opinion of it. You can nitpick.
Okay. Let me preface this for you guys.
Okay, so
You guys can feel however you want to feel. You're not going to hurt my feelings or Matt's feelings or anybody's feelings. You can feel the way you want to feel about this movie. Because I'm going to unapologetically feel.
Yeah,
I want to know your full
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, who's not?
I was really pleasantly surprised with Robert Pattinson. I didn't know if, like, that was my only, like, the only thing kind of holding me back from being, like...
Before being... You weren't 100% bought in before seeing the movie because you were like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how he's gonna be. Yeah, because...
Take my sweatshirt off real quick.
Because I like Robert Pattinson, I guess, but, like, you know, all of the baggage that he has as Twilight, mostly. So it was kind of, like, hard for me to see him in that role, and so that's what was holding me back a little bit, but I was really pleasantly surprised.
Let me give you a counter argument to that. Have you seen anything else with Robert Pattinson in it outside of Twilight?
Harry Potter.
Okay, that's before Twilight. Or alongside same time of Twilight. So, have you seen anything outside of those teenage, like young adult novels being turned into movies? Have you seen anything with Robert Pattinson outside of that?
No.
Yeah, he was amazing in The Devil All the Time.
Man, he was so good in that. And he was fantastic in that movie, The Lighthouse, with Willem Dafoe. That was shot in all black and white. That movie is a trip. It's a fucking trip. But he is a phenomenal actor. So I will counter you in saying that I wasn't worried about his acting in being the Batman.
Either.
Because you can shit on him, you can harp on him all. Oh, you played Edward Cullen, you were sparkly, whatever. No, I've seen him in enough roles away from that.
I'm speaking, also from, like, I feel like the majority of the population knows him from.
Oh, absolutely,
Twilight.
yeah, and that's a
kind of
100%
hard for him to get.
I mean, that's like
from
Daniel
that.
Radcliffe. He'll always be Harry Potter. He
Always
will always be Harry Potter.
Yeah,
and that's why you don't see him in many like major box office films.
Although, I have seen him in several movies, like The Lady in Black. He was in. He's such a good actor, kind of like exactly like Robert.
Did you watch
Pattinson.
Swiss Army Man?
No, but I did watch Guns Akimbo.
Swiss Army Man is
great.
Daniel Radcliffe, and he's literally like a Swiss Army knife. It's such a weird concept, but the movie is fucking hilarious. Yeah,
he's a dead guy, right?
And he helps this dude that's stranded on an island because he can do literally fucking anything. It's a fantastic movie. I love that movie. So if you have a chance,
Guns Akimbo was
and then he's in that new movie right now with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum and Brad Pitt.
Yeah, The Lost City.
Yeah, it actually looked pretty good.
I want to see that too.
I thought it was pretty interesting. But anyways, no, you are 100% valid in feeling the way you do because that was my only hold. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just saying that I didn't have that because I've seen him in enough things outside of Harry Potter and Twilight.
You had a good cross section, if you will.
Yeah, I did. I had a little bit more knowledge.
I've literally never seen him in anything other than the Twilight movies and Harry Potter.
So. He's really good in
the Devil. Watch that. It's on Netflix. It's got
Okay. No, I knew I was like, I don't judge people until I see their performance anymore.
Absolutely.
Because I remember for multiple reasons, and two of them being Joker, one being
Heath
everyone
Ledger.
shat on Heath Ledger, right? And he was great. And then everyone just knew that Jared Leto was going to be amazing.
Yep.
And then he was shit. So
Yep. No,
I just wait till I see it.
Yeah, definitely. This is not. Yeah, that wasn't me being like, I didn't want to see it because Robert Pattinson was in it and he was Edward Cullen. It's just.
But it made you skeptic.
You were hesitant. Yeah,
I definitely went in with an open mind of him being Batman.
That's good.
It's just a big role to fill. Also, so anybody that would have stepped in that role, I was kind of hesitant about Ben Affleck being Batman too, and it's like I don't know if it's gonna work.
Real quick sidebar, I would have to say, and I'm probably gonna get shit on this for this. My favorite Batman in order are Val Kilmer, Michael Keaton, Christian Bale. And then the last three are Adam West, Ben Affleck,
Clooney.
Ben Affleck. Now Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson's up there higher, but George Clooney's at the bottom, dude. I don't think anybody will ever be as bad as George Clooney. No offense, George Clooney, but that was a really bad portrayal. I'll
be honest. I haven't seen. So my favorite movie as a kid was Batman Forever. And I probably haven't seen that movie.
That's the one with the Riddler and Two-Face, right?
I haven't seen it in 20 years either.
Yeah, that's.
Yes, that's the one.
Val Kilmer's my favorite Batman. I love Val Kilmer's Batman.
And I was about to take a doo-doo all over you, but then I was like, you know what? I haven't watched that in a while. I'm just not going to say anything.
I don't know. He's cold and calculating. And that plays a part because that was the first Batman movie I watched. I didn't watch the two Michael Keaton ones first.
Yeah.
So it could have something to do with it, but
yeah, I gotta be honest. I actively don't really like Batman Returns. The one with with
Danny DeVito.
I just don't like that movie that much.
It was just gross.
It's a fine movie. He disgusts me. He makes it hard
That's
for me to watch the movie.
He's just burping up fish guts and shit.
Yes. Even as a kid, I didn't watch that. I saw that movie maybe once or twice because he freaked me out as a child. He looked really bad. Especially all the fucking black ink and shit that would come out of his mouth. It's disgusting.
Did you guys, this is off topic kind of, but slightly. Did you watch Batman Beyond?
Yes.
Do you wish that there was something like a Batman Beyond still happening now? Or that concept today?
Well,
I feel like with this new Flash movie that's coming out,
popular culture,
we might get something set up for a Batman Beyond.
We're gonna see multiple Batmans. There's at least two Batmans already confirmed. Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck are in that movie, so I'd love to see some Terry McGinnis with maybe in the 1989 verse with Michael Keaton. Terry McGinnis will already be a thing because Bruce Wayne was. I mean that they're not de-aging Michael Keaton. He's gonna be old in that movie. So
good.
Anyways, back on topic.
He's also going to make an appearance in the Batgirl movie.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
You guys saw that, right?
No.
You guys saw that when I sent you the image from the set of his suit with the fucking his like stunt
Yeah.
guy in the suit filming.
It looks
fight
great.
scene.
I can't wait to see him back in Batman. I think
It
it's
looks really
I
good
think
in
it's
modern
awesome
eyes,
that
I like
he's
it a lot.
such a mainstay right now in Marvel and DC. I think it's awesome. He's not stuck to one
Yeah, he's great.
franchise. But anyways, I thought Robert Pattinson did a great job. I do have two, I guess, like Chris was saying, nitpicky things.
Okay, we'll get to that. Let's go. I guess we'll go around. So Cheyenne already started. Jake, you're going with. I'll say my thoughts on Robert Pattinson, and then we can go around the table on a couple things, and then we can just go full on.
Okay.
Just go.
My two biggest issues that I had with his acting as Batman, number one has to be his voice didn't feel Batman-esque to me. It almost came off a little too soft, a little too light in tone. The times where I really, really felt like he was Batman and he was talking was when he had been talking to the Riddler through the interrogation glass, and he was getting angry. He's like
Smacking on
the
the
like when he was really yelling.
Said, "What have you done?" I don't know why people had a hard time
I
understanding
didn't.
what he said there
No, yeah,
in the trailer.
but that like I said, very small, very nitpicky. And then second, with a huge gap in between the 2 points, this one being way less important. I felt like he was a little too emo.
Yeah,
With the-
his hair was in his face all the time.
Mhm.
How old is he supposed to be?
I think that's going to be I think that was
Because-
very purposeful.
because
and I
he's
think
young
it's gonna be
Batman.
addressed.
Yes,
Yes.
that's why I said it's a far less nitpicky kind of deal, because I do understand why he's young.
And you mean emo as like
Yes.
Bruce Wayne emo, right?
Bruce Wayne is
Okay.
super emo and like just everything is all super sad, and he's not acting like Bruce Wayne, and it's because it's year 2. So I
Yes.
definitely understood that. It was just like I was like, I don't like it, but I get it.
Because I want to get this out there before I forget, and I think it's because I think they really went out to out of their way to make this a very selfish Batman,
Mm-hmm.
very selfish. This is not the hero
No, I'm
Batman
doing this for
that
me.
we know in every other Batman movie. That's why he says when they ask at the beginning, they're like, who the fuck are you supposed to be?
And not
That's why
Batman.
he says vengeance, because it's vengeance for his parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's doing this for him. He's not doing this for Gotham. And that's why at the beginning in his monologue, he's like, I don't really know if I'm having an effect. Murder and crime, they're all up.
Mm-hmm.
It's because he hasn't taken that next step.
he's very young. He's very, I don't want to say naive, but he's very, I don't know. He goes in guns blazing a lot. Doesn't really calculate enough.
Yes?
Nope.
He doesn't have the experience yet.
Yeah.
He's rash.
He's raw. He is everything you want kick-ass, beat the shit out of you Batman to be, but without.
But he doesn't know his limits, his own limits.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Whoever's next, go ahead.
I'll go real quick, and then we can talk about the movie part. So, yes, I thought he was really good, especially after the second watch where I could really, really pay attention to the little things. I don't care about the voice thing that much. There was a few scenes where I felt like he was emulating Christian Bale.
A couple. I agree.
And that could be because they started filming this movie and they were only about half done before the pandemic took over and
derailed the
ground production to a halt, and then they didn't really get to film again for like 9 months. And I think that there were some different philosophies during the filming, whereas in some scenes he does have a really gravelly
they had
voice, and then others it's just a little. He just
anything they had filmed,
deeper, which I'm fine with.
Anything
both,
that
but
it's almost like anything they had filmed prior to the pandemic. They're like, yes, go this direction. We like this, and then with some time to review everything that they had filmed during the pandemic, they're like, you know what? Let's change it a bit. I'm not sure that's the right way to go.
Yeah, and obviously I don't know if it was to add the voice or to take it away. I would assume that it was to take it away because there was a lot more of
The grizzly.
his
Gravelly voice.
slightly normal,
Yeah.
less gravelly voice.
But also,
Which,
it's
again,
year
I'm okay
2
with.
Batman. And he's still trying to,
Yes.
like, find his...
I'm just glad it's not a fucking microphone that makes his voice go down and sound robotic.
I thought that was pretty badass, actually. I thought that was really
Tell me, do
makes
you
him super
believe
scary. But
You will.
Love it.
Chris, do you have anything to say before I drop my initial, or I drop my
There was
feelings?
one
yeah,
thing
we'll go
that
after Chris is done. We'll go into like initial thoughts, like
physics
how did we like
wise,
the movie?
I
and
had
things we liked.
an issue with, and it was stupid. This is a nitpicking thing, but when he was,
You said physics wise. I know what it's about to say.
you know what I'm about to say, where he like clotheslines them.
Yeah.
Like he grapples, and swings down, and then swings back up, and there's like a bunch of fucking assholes with duct tape
This
on
is
their
at the
heads.
end.
Yeah, at the end with the
Mhm.
sniper rifles, and he clotheslines 2 dudes. One of them with his head, like just bodying them sideways. Like it looked like someone just threw a rag doll and fucking tripped them out. And I just didn't understand that. He just gets up like that was intentional, and it was.
You know, I actually didn't think he was going to say that. I thought he was going to talk about him
The bat
fucking
glider?
the gliding thing.
I was not
Oh,
ready for
yeah.
that part.
That was a thing too.
I thought it was hilarious. I
actually
did
like
too.
that.
And so I'm
Yeah.
going to start my spiel. Love the movie. I thought the movie was great.
Go for it. Things you liked about the movie. We'll get into nitpicks and
I
things
thought-
we didn't like after.
Okay.
Because I think
I thought the
that'll be
movie was
shorter.
great. I really enjoyed the cast. I thought
Just go. We can go full spoilers, by the way. So at this point,
Yeah.
if you haven't seen Batman, fuck you.
I really, really enjoyed the casting selection with one that I'll get to later. The exception being one person I'll get to later just because it didn't feel right.
I'm about there too. I'm about with everybody was really great except for I
And
didn't buy one
I'm
character.
almost positive you and I are going to say the same person. Yes, he
He
did.
died in this
Okay,
movie.
cool. Yeah. I really loved Paul Dano as the Riddler. I liked that they took inspiration from like the Zodiac Killer and didn't make the Riddler like
Mhm.
campy and oh, what's 2 + 4 - 69 and whatever, some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, he was actually
He
kind
wa-
of
yeah,
creepy.
Fucking the first.
That
Yes!
first murder scene. Holy
So okay, we
shit.
went
Yeah.
to a Century Theaters that has the D-box seats that
That
move
set the tone, dude.
with the movie and stuff like that, and it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. I've seen all the major like
Me and you might have to go see it. I might
maybe
we might go see it again. Then
the seats move and everything.
Because Sarah and I saw it in IMAX for the first.
But
one. It
anyways,
was
so I had my seat up to the max setting of how much it moves, and that first jump where he attacks, I heard someone literally scream in the theater. I was not expecting to go to a Batman and have a jump scare. And I'll tell you right now, it
Mhm.
fucked me up for the rest of the movie. I was sitting there like, when is it happening? It's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. And you know what? I think that's an element of Batman movies that is sorely lacking. Yeah,
It's
it's
needed.
sorely lacking in any other
jump
Batman.
scares.
Horror.
Because
Yeah.
There was some
it
horror
was
elements.
great,
in
and
this.
I liked
it
it too.
felt so nice to have in it. But anyways, Paul Dano was
They
great.
need to go all out. with
Robert
it, though.
Pattinson was great.
Straight up horror.
I
Batman.
fucking love Colin Farrell as the Penguin. He did great. Fucking
Dude,
fantastic.
Dude, he might
for
win
that.
an Oscar.
And he wasn't
Yeah.
even a
Holy
main
fucking
character.
shit, dude.
He was so
No.
good.
He was so goddamn good. He was so goddamn
He
good.
was perfect as
Um,
Penguin.
I was a little worried when they showed that scene of him like, "Whoa, sweetheart!" Like that. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh god." When in the trailer a little bit, I was
But-
like, But then in
Oh
the movie,
man,
dude,
he
fucking
killed
slayed
it.
Oh
Like
my
that's
God,
the
he fucking
best
killed it.
portrayal of the Penguin I've seen outside of like animated movies and video games. So good.
Absolutely.
I like that they introduced the twins, which, correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, is that Tweedledee and Tweedledum? That's what I thought.
Probably. Made him.
Yeah,
look like
that's
that,
what I
at
thought.
least.
I was like, oh,
Which, if someone doesn't know who that is, that's like those are
characters,
Mad Hatter,
side villain characters, yeah.
characters. Yeah.
I straight up
Yeah,
told
like
Alice, like, oh my god, the
Oh,
twins?
okay,
Is
because
that-"
I was like,
I looked at her and said,
yeah,
is that Tweedledee, Tweedledum?
they are
And
from
she's like,
Alice in Wonderland.
I don't know. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll have to talk to somebody else about that.
I've never seen them in Batman.
Cheyenne, I think you'd really
Yeah.
like the animated series.
It's on HBO Max.
This movie was the most animated series Batman
Mhm.
movie that's ever been made, ever.
I like that the cowl that Robert Pattinson was wearing actually showed his whole lower jaw and all that, and not just the goatee.
Yeah. And it like came up to the bottom of his chin too, which was interesting. I really loved the cowl. The only thing I didn't like was the weird stitching on the nose.
I think that's because it was leather.
Yeah, I
It was
did
made,
wonder about-
handmade leather.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It didn't give any shape to his nose either. It was just kind of like over
Flat.
his nose. Yeah.
Which again, I think is part of like the mystery too of like, I think that's supposed to look scarier in the dark. His suit. I'll talk about the suit, but I thought it looked great. But
The story,
I did think it was a little inconsistent with whether the cowl was bulletproof or leather, because at the end it kind of seemed bulletproof.
Mm-hmm.
But when he took it off, you could see it dimple because it was.
well, so
leather,
I
but again,
think
that's just a
honestly,
prop, so.
I think it was two pieces. I think the face part was more of that leathery material, whereas up until like right at the hairline, almost top of the skull, it was a rubbery leather material.
Like
Yeah,
a
like a helmet material. Because I couldn't tell. There was always a solid line.
I thought it was the opposite, because there's a stitching on it that goes like this over to the top of the crown. So I was assuming from like here, the crown, to the face and the cheekbones, I was thinking that was bulletproof, because I think the whole reason why he has that collar is because the leather is super, super thin on the back of the cowl for extra protection. Because he's able to turn his head really fucking well for the
Well,
leather
I
cowl
noticed that
he's got
he
on.
has kind of like a collar that connects his cape, and it's not. Yeah,
That's what I was saying. I was thinking that was for protection against the thin
it's
leather in
not
the back of the
connected to
cowl.
his mask like Michael Keaton's suit was, and he's not doing the whole turn around.
Yeah,
He's actually able to turn his neck, which is something that the Christian Bale Batman.
yeah, like with the Batman
this-
Begins.
I want to
suit.
be able to turn my neck. He's like,
I
oh,
wanna be able to turn my head.
sure make backing out of the driveway easier. Yeah,
the garage. Yeah, whatever.
No, it's
All
fine, it's fine.
continue. I'm sorry, I interrupted you with the cowl talk.
the story was great. Every time I thought like, oh, okay, we're getting close to the end. We're getting close to the end, and that's the end. Nope. Here's an extra 30 minutes. Here's an extra 10 minutes. Here's an extra 15 minutes. And I was like, oh, okay, which was great. But I had to pee so bad.
Oh my god, I had to pee so
hurt.
bad.
I was smart.
I was so uncomfortable at the last 15 minutes. I was like,
I went
I was like,
drinkless in the
oh.
first showing.
my eyes were watering. But
It's like, come on, Riddler, get to it. Hurry
Yeah,
up, son.
yeah.
Come on.
um,
God, say it. Stop singing, you
didn't-
fuck. Ah.
Mhm.
I didn't see it ending the way it did. 100%. That was not the outcome I was expecting. One thing that I 100% loved, and I'm sure that one of you will bring this up as well, or at least agree with me, is that Batman wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
Damn you.
He
I was gonna get
missed details.
That was
He
my favorite part
missed
about
clues.
Yep.
It wasn't perfect Batman like we've seen in almost every other movie where everything just falls in line for him. He makes a discovery and there it is. Got it right. Moving on to the next part. No, he fucked up.
He was two
He was
steps behind the
not
entire time.
on pace at all with the Riddler, and that's why you got the whole scene where the fucking vans blow up and destroy the seawall. Because he missed it.
Mhm.
And the Riddler's like, you're
Batman
really
lost.
not-
Yeah, he did lose.
He lost.
He
you're
did.
really not
In
as
this
smart as I thought you were.
He
like,
lost.
that hit me. I
He
was like,
lost in
no.
the sense that he
Hit me
didn't
too.
stop the Riddler's plan. But I think he won.
Not at all. He didn't stop
He
Riddler from
won
doing a single thing.
in more so a Pyrrhic or moral victory, in that he won the people. He won over a lot more
Yes.
people that way. The police, a lot of the police afterwards were more like, okay,
But the Riddler did everything that he
Mhm.
planned to do.
Yep.
yeah, that was the biggest, like, this is awesome. This feels like year 2 Batman, because he wasn't perfect. He didn't get everything right. He fucked up. And it was cool to see that, because sure, I mean, I can go watch a Marvel movie if I want to see a perfect superhero. I need to see somebody imperfect who makes mistakes and learns. So
All right, Chris or Cheyenne, who wants to go? Because I'll go last. Because I don't want to take because I'm just gonna I'm gonna go, and I want other people to talk. So go ahead, Chris or Cheyenne, go.
Go, Shane.
Okay.
I mean, I agree with like everything that Jake was saying. Really
Yeah.
enjoyed
Anything
it.
you would like to add?
no pressure. You don't have to if you don't want to. I mean, we're just trying to give you the floor here because, like Matt said earlier, him and I
Yeah,
could just
I
sit
know.
here and hog banter and hog the whole thing.
And talk. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, I've
But
got
you guys-
thousands upon thousands of hours of knowledge of
Of
Batman,
Batman.
that I could fall back on.
Yeah,
so.
see, that's my like. Not that I haven't ever seen a Batman.
You can
movie
even just
before.
talk about it as film-wise. Like,
Yeah,
you don't have to go into it as deep.
Did you like the
film-wise, what
cinematography,
did you like
the
about film?
pacing, stuff like that?
I did,
Think about it
yeah.
as like a murder mystery.
the murder mystery part was awesome because that's my genre. Like, and the horror elements that were in there, I was not expecting and really enjoyed. Like, that's kind of the genre that I lean towards a lot, is like true crime and murder mysteries and stuff like that. Like, I have almost every Agatha Christie book over here, and I'm loving that they're remaking those. And like, that's just kind of what I enjoy, and so I really enjoyed this. The only thing that was kind of annoying for me was how rainy it was all the time.
my brother, when I was like, so thoughts, and he was like,
That's a lot of
Rain.
rain. Damn. Yeah.
yeah,
And-
I know. I really noticed it. I was so engrossed the first time I didn't even think about it, but the second time I was like, holy
Uh-huh.
shit!
In my-
Every scene is raining, and it's not like just like rain. It's like
In
pouring.
my
It's
head
like
canon,
drenching
it's supposed to be
rain.
foreshadowing as to that the city will always be is going to be underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But I
Well,
love
I
the
also did a really. It's also like really fitting because in this movie, you can absolutely tell Gotham is a piece of shit.
yes, you
city.
can.
Yep.
Yeah.
They modeled
Fucking
it
piece
well,
of shit city.
just like they did in Joker. Because in Joker, Gotham was a shithole.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yep.
absolutely.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same in this. And I love all the scenes where Batman wasn't there, but they thought he was there.
Yeah.
At the beginning,
Yeah,
yes,
like,
that monologue.
You just
so
you just
fucking
kept looking in the shadows, and that was almost like the horror element.
Yeah, like, is he actually there or not?
Because you didn't know if something was gonna
Mhm.
jump out at you. Like,
good. Well, that's the bigger point of.
Yeah, he's
of
supposed
the-
to be
the
that
Batman.
symbol. Like,
Yeah.
am I here
Is-
or am I not? Fucking beware.
right, that was really cool. I liked all the shots that they got of him like walking. Like, I know that's like cliche, but man, it was just so
It was
powerful. Like,
Yeah,
so
that's-
menacing.
yeah,
Oh
like
my
you
God.
you just heard his
The
boots,
weight
and
of
you
his
were like,
boots.
oh fuck,
Especially
You
after
know?
the car chase. scene.
like
That one is just...
yes,
That's the
yes,
greatest cinematic
Oh,
Batman
oh
shot
my
I've
God,
ever
yeah.
seen in my life.
Yes, when he just
Oh my God!
when he
I just
comes
wanted to, like,
out-
whip it out,
Oh.
and slow it down. It was so good.
okay, I wasn't gonna say
It was
that.
so good.
Oh.
That's gonna be if I needed like a 4K version of that for my monitor. I need it. It was
Oh,
so
man.
good.
And then how Penguin was like, I got you! You know?
Like, I didn't
Oh,
even
that was
care. I knew
great.
it was going
And
to
then
happen. I
him-
didn't even care that I saw it in the trailer. It was still
Yeah,
good. And
yeah.
that's how
I
you
didn't
know
care.
that scene was just... Mwah. Because if you see it in the trailer and
Yeah.
you're still fucking hyped as shit to see it actually follow through in the movie, yeah, that's... Oh, ooh.
Yeah, and that's another
Mm.
one of those walking scenes that they did for him, and I it's just perfect. Like, he's like, you can tell, like you said, he's imperfect, but he's also growing into his Batman.
Yeah, oh yeah,
persona.
it's a constant learning curve.
Like,
but he's not perfect yet.
Yeah, he's getting that confidence though, and that's really fun to see.
The confidence. Right,
I like-
I'm sorry, Chris, real quick. Right before his jump off of that building with the glider, he was like, oh,
He was
fuck
like-
me, this is really
yeah,
high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He like shit in his pants.
Yeah.
when he
And
saw
that
how
was just
high
like-
up he
yeah,
was.
he was like,
I
oh
like
no.
Because he's not just jumping
Yeah.
and has his cape and is like, whatever, fuck it, I can do this. He had a moment of hesitation, which any sane person would.
Yeah, that high.
Sorry to interrupt you, Chris.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He was like, oh fuck. Yeah.
I liked
Oh, that was
when
great.
They were unloading mysteries about the Wayne family and being like,
Mm,
your father was corrupt. He was a piece of shit. You've been living a lie. Like, you're not a benefactor. You don't help Gotham. You're no philanthropist. Fuck you. You're not doing your part. Even though he
yeah, like
thinks
when the
he
mayor
is.
came up to him and he was like, well, I can see you're not doing anything. Like, shut
Exactly.
up.
I liked that, like,
Leave him alone.
because he feels that weight, that
Mhm.
need. Like, I need to contribute. I need to be helping my city, and he's starting to realize I'm not doing the thing. Like, I'm not doing the thing I think I'm doing.
Yeah, he's like,
You know what I mean?
sure, I'm beating the shit out of your everyday thugs on a common thug on the side of the road, but I'm not fixing this city.
You're not making a real
Yeah.
difference.
Mhm.
You're not.
Like Matt
you're
said
not
at the
addressing
beginning,
the root of
Yeah.
the problem.
He's a selfish Batman.
Yep.
That we're seeing kind of.
Yeah, he's completely disregarded Bruce Wayne. Like, and I think that one of the most genius parts about this movie is he's probably Bruce Wayne for a grand total of 20
Yeah,
minutes. of
the
this
most we
reality.
see Bruce Wayne is that
He's
funeral.
Batman all the time.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
The funeral and when he goes to meet Falcone.
I liked.
Which I hate that they
Not
said
Falcone.
Falcone the whole time instead of Falcone.
yeah.
Well, I liked when
Yeah.
they were when he was meeting up with his
It's like
grunts,
Ra's
like
al Ghul and
the
Ra's al
same
Ghul.
kind of like who's at the door kind of
Mhm.
joke. Like, it's like a little bit that they did in the movie.
You know who I am?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just like
Yes.
a little
wasn't
tiny
like-
bit of light comedic.
Oh
relief
yeah, it was
without
so
ruining the
subtle,
mood.
but you could
the
feel it,
mood.
and you're like, oh, I appreciate that. Thanks.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
What interested me, what I didn't see coming as I was going through the movie watching it, was how they were going to take on the sins of the father falling on the son. I didn't see that twist coming. I thought that was super, super clever.
I liked it.
Can we talk about the twist within the twist though? Where you thought the Riddler knew
Oh my
that
God.
Bruce Wayne was Batman?
Yeah,
Until
but
until you didn't?
Yep.
Did you realize he didn't?
That was
Yeah,
that was a
that was
That
terrifying.
that was
highly
a great
tense
twist.
scene that I really was like, does he know?
That scene is absolutely up there with the
Oh yeah,
Joker
it's a great
scene.
interrogation scene.
Mhm.
Although I do immediately drew parallels when he went like this with the handcuffs,
Oh yeah,
which is exactly what fucking
been
Heath
right
Ledger
here.
does.
Mhm.
He's like,
where did you leave them?
yeah, exactly. The first thing he did is go like,
I told you I'd see you in hell.
I'm like, all right, come on.
I told you I'd see you in hell. And I was like, no, don't. I really thought that he knew. Speaking of, we might be going too far, but the only other thing that I wanted to talk about was the very end scene with the Riddler and the unknown Arkham
We'll talk about
prisoner.
that.
Hold
we can
up,
talk about
hold
that
up.
at the end.
Okay.
We can talk
Yeah, I've
about
been
that at
holding
the end.
that too.
Yeah, okay, because I have some questions.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Did
I
you
guess
guys-
it's my turn, I guess.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, what? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, did you guys stay till after the credits were over?
Yeah,
Yeah, there was
something
really
you didn't
nothing
need to.
important.
Yeah, I didn't know it.
There's
I
literally
didn't.
a little teaser that said goodbye with a question mark.
I really
in
didn't.
the Riddler website thing, and then it just flashes the El Rada website.
And it
I
leaves you a
didn't
ciphered
know if that was
message.
important or not. I was gonna ask.
It
you
leaves you a
guys.
ciphered message, which,
That's all it is.
real quick, while we're just on this topic, all the letters of the Riddler's cipher have been uncovered. Like they've all been uncovered, but the only one that hasn't been revealed, like what the Riddler uses for this actual letter, is the letter J.
Mm.
I wonder why.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay, Matt.
Okay.
Your
Wonder
turn.
why.
Okay. So yeah, I really loved this movie. I was so engrossed the entire time. I just I didn't want it to end, even though we were going on 3 hours. I was like, please tell me we got a few more minutes. We got a few more minutes. Come on.
The only reason
and
I wanted
it
to
did
end
keep
was because
going.
I had to pee. But other than that, I agree
Yeah.
with you. I wanted to know more.
Yes. I really did not expect this movie to be as dark as it was. It was so dark.
I loved it.
Like corrupted and fucked up.
Mhm.
I did not expect to see a police commissioner. Well, we didn't see it, but I didn't expect the police commissioner to have his face eaten by rats.
Yep. Ah, what are you showing me?
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, look at
Yeah.
it, Penguin. You look at it.
Yes. I don't really think this movie needed to be rated R like people were bitching about when it got a PG-13 rating. I know for a fact there is no way like this movie would be no different really if it was rated R.
We might have
The
seen
only difference I think we would have
gore.
seen was we would have seen more gore if this movie was rated R.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah.
It absolutely pushed the boundaries of PG-13
It did.
as far as it could go. They drop a fuck in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yep.
It was
They said
this
shit
movie
plenty
was
of times. Plenty of
dark.
violence.
Oh yes. The only thing that was missing was nudity or gore, so it was there. And I really don't think that it would have benefited from seeing any of the gore. Especially, I don't really want to see a man's face eaten by rats. To be honest,
No.
It would have added
in
more
a Batman
horror.
movie. So
I don't care. I wouldn't mind it.
well, it's it's not
I'm
Saw,
with you,
so
Chris.
yeah, but there's 7-year-olds in the theater, so
It's not my
True.
problem.
I'm
It's
pretty
got
sure.
rating.
I'm pretty sure I saw somebody pick their kid up and walk out with them. I'm almost certain.
Weakling.
Really?
So yeah, my second showing. Yeah, well, the kid was probably 6.
I would take Miles to go see this movie right now.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because she'll never remember seeing it.
Even if she were 6, I would take her to go see it.
I don't think I would have taken my kids because if I had kids, because 1, I want to sit there and enjoy it. 2, I want a 0% chance of having to leave early for any reason.
And
Well,
3,
so-
it's darker. It's darker than you expect. Batman.
Absolutely, it's darker than you expect, and it like both visually and like it. The whole movie takes place at fucking night, so
You know what?
And
That's
in the
hilarious.
rain.
That's hilarious because I
It's so
told
goddamn
Allie, I was like, that movie
dark.
was set at night so much that when I came out of the theater, I was expecting it to be nighttime, but it was 3 in the afternoon.
and you were like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's so bright,
Yeah.
I can't see.
My grandpa. I took my grandpa to see this because I had a free movie
Did he
ticket.
like the movie at least?
Yeah.
Did he like it?
Yeah, he loved it. He went
Okay.
with me to see The Dark Knight in IMAX when it came out. And
Uh-huh.
he's a big. I don't know if I would say a big Batman fan, but he loves Batman and superheroes and stuff. But not like
Oh, he's got good taste.
he's not like
He's
a
got good taste.
connoisseur.
I like your grandpa a little more today.
he's not like a connoisseur.
okay.
You know, he doesn't have Batman posters or anything like
You don't
that.
need to
But
be a connoisseur.
I'm just saying. I'm
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not trying to say he's
An
He
aficionado.
doesn't have a bunch of knowledge, but he
You can be a fan of something without being a fucking nerd.
Okay, there you go. He's not a nerd. But he did really enjoy this movie. But I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, he turned his phone on after the credits were done, and it was so bright. It hurt my eyes. Yeah, I was like, oh
Because
god.
There's like a little bit of that humor as well when the first time you see Bruce when he's coming up with Alfred and he's like,
Puts on his sunglasses.
because he literally says, yeah, he like literally Bruce Wayne doesn't exist in this world. Basically at this point. But so my favorite part about this movie was all the mistakes that Bruce Wayne and Batman made during the course of the movie. Again, totally getting the Spanish wrong and just taking Alfred's word for it is not something that
he'd be like-
Batman does.
Right.
He's not just like, he doesn't get an answer from Alfred or anyone else and doesn't double check it. That is something that he's learned now. Because Alfred was just like, yeah, I mean, his Spanish sucks when he's talking about the Riddler. When in reality, Alfred's Spanish sucks. Which I guess if you don't speak Spanish and you're not 100% fluent, you don't get that until they talk about it.
I didn't even notice it.
Like,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, so what I'm actually interested. So if like your mom goes to see it or something,
Okay.
ask her if she was
Yeah.
if she's like, what?
Yeah,
You're
I'll have to ask her. She hasn't seen it yet, so.
L
La.
versus La.
But for the
Yeah.
purposes
Yeah.
of that riddle, it made sense. URL for URL. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it wasn't wrong for the Riddler in his mind, but it was wrong
Grammatically, it was incorrect,
grammatically
yes.
in Spanish.
Are we going to talk about what we didn't like now?
No, I haven't even gone.
Oh,
down.
okay.
I'm not
I'm
done.
sorry.
Sorry.
I might.
But yes,
I'm sorry
like
to
the suit
interrupt.
a
I
lot.
might have to dip out because I have responsibilities I have to go take care of.
no, fuck
They're
that.
very important. No.
Alright,
I don't
wrap
want to
it.
interrupt you.
5
Let me
minutes, I'll
drop
wrap.
what I disliked real quick. and then I might have to. I'm gonna.
Oh, like
Yeah,
you have to like
I gotta
bounce,
bounce.
like for real right now.
So,
Oh, shit.
sorry. I would love to stay on longer.
That's fine. It
No,
doesn't
no, no,
really
no, no,
matter.
no.
Like, we
You
can
go
just-
for
we
it.
can- It's fine. No, wrap it up.
I just want to throw out
alright.
real quick the biggest issue I had with this movie. I did not like who they casted for Falcone.
Falcone. That he was
I
the only
was
actor
like-
I didn't like in this movie.
I can't
He
I
wasn't
can't take you
scary enough.
seriously. I've
He
seen
was
you
not scary
in
at all.
Transformers. I've seen you in
So
The Big
he's-
Lebowski. I can't take you seriously. And he's a great actor. Nothing against him. What's his
Yeah,
name?
he did a
I
good
don't even
job.
know
I
his
just
name.
can't not look at him and want to laugh. I don't know, but he's always been a comedic relief character in
Yep.
all the movies I've ever seen. So it was, I could not. I was like, nah.
He was so scrawny and like
Yeah,
he didn't
and
have
he's like
the.
talking to Bruce in his little like fucking
John Turturro.
those like sweaters with the cardigans. He's his little cardigan and his sunglasses, always playing pool, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this dude's not
That was my
menacing.
Yeah,
biggest
he
issue.
didn't have the like. Penguin was menacing, you know, and he was kind of
Yes.
funny. But also, I don't want to
You know
mess
who
with
got
him,
Falcone
you know?
right? The TV show Gotham. I'm watching it
see
right
that. I
now,
haven't seen
and
any of that,
they got
so.
him right. But anyways, that was my biggest nitpick. I love the movie. Sorry I have to dip so early, but I gotta get some kids settled and ready. So, Cheyenne, I'm glad you were here.
All right.
Matt, I
That's
will
fine.
see you in a few days. I'm sure I'll talk to you in between then, but I will see you in a few days.
See you in a couple days.
I did.
Thanks, guys.
See you, buddy. Alrighty. So, yeah, I guess some more things that I liked. One of my favorite scenes, or even just like, something that I just thought was so awesome that could have been super corny and cheesy was the Batmobile.
Oh.
When it started powering up, like, we were going through that whole thing, and then all of a sudden you start hearing this like screech, and you're like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck is that?" And then it pans, and the Batmobile's charging.
Ooh.
Dude,
That was cool.
That was so fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god.
And I love
it was
that.
so awesome.
I don't remember the Batmobile making a sound before like that. You know, like it's always had
Yeah.
kind of that power, like a jet engine.
It's always had like
thing,
a jet engine.
yeah, on the
yeah.
back. But I don't remember ever making the jet engine sound until this movie, and I
Yes.
loved it.
It was awesome. It was super awesome. I really like, just like, I like that he had already multiple, like that was probably one of the first debut, like the first times he's taken it out for a spin too, because you can see him like putting the engine together, like little Easter eggs, right in the
Yeah.
cave, like when he's
I
first
saw the
goes in,
car under
and
the-
you see all the parts
under the-
and stuff, and the cars under the
The curtain.
exactly. And before that, he's been using a motorcycle and stuff like that, like super awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed the actual like crime solving element in this
I
movie.
like how
Yes.
no one's mentioned
Was
Catwoman
so
yet
good.
this whole time.
Yeah,
Literally.
that's fair. I thought she was good. She
Yeah.
was very good.
She was
Yeah.
good.
I liked Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle and all that stuff. I liked her a lot in the movie.
hmm
They did a fantastic job of having all of these really big characters and not making the movie feel crowded.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like, it was still a Batman versus Riddler movie.
I
I
agree.
also liked that he basically used her as a sidekick for a little while. But which is another thing, like, so this Batman went on a maturing journey through this movie. You can really tell based on the effort that he had at the end of the movie to try to save all the people, and then really putting himself out there to help the people that are like visibly scared of him. Because he's been getting shit on
This whole
by
time.
cops the whole movie,
Yeah.
and
He's
people
a
like that, like nobody
vigilante.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, he's in the first scene where he's in with the crime scene. The cops are like, "What a fucking freak!" Or like, and making fun of him the whole time for being in a costume and shit, and nobody respects him like at all.
Right.
But by the end of the movie, he is putting himself in harm's way in front of all these people to save thousands of people in this building, where they can see him doing this. And then he potentially almost kills himself by shocking himself almost to death. I would
Cutting
assume
that wire when he...
being willing to die right there.
So that they would
to
get
save
electrocuted.
Exactly. And then staying and helping all the people to like medical attention and all that stuff.
Yeah, to evacuate them.
And in his monologue, he says like, you know, I need to be better. And I really think like this movie was him learning how to be like, he's finally matured into the Batman that he needs to be, instead of just the Batman he needs to be for himself.
The vengeance
He knows what he has to be for Gotham City now and its people, instead of just for himself. Because up until that point, he's been Batman for him. He hasn't been like... It's hard to say if he's had any other like big challenges like this, but I'm assuming this is his first real challenge. Everything before this has been street thugs and stuff like that, I'm guessing.
Right.
So I think he went on a journey. He realizes what Bruce Wayne needs to do and what Batman needs to do. And I think we're going to see a philanthropic, like, you know, fake Bruce Wayne out, but he's going to be out there and he's going to be doing things and he's going to be helping the city in two ways instead of just one.
Right. And actually helping the city drop its crime rate.
Instead of being an angsty mid-20-something trying to get his anger out about being an orphan. Because he also learned from the Riddler, like, that
he wasn't an orphan.
I didn't have it that bad. Yes, my parents got killed, but, like,
right,
it wasn't that shitty for me. And I think he realized that in this movie. Because you could kind of tell, like, how he's like, I don't fucking care about that, Alfred. I don't fucking care about that. And he's kind of an asshole to Alfred until...
Good.
Yeah, he's an asshole to him. He's an asshole. Like, you're not my father. Like, fuck off. Until, like, he almost loses it. And he realizes again, like, you know, that he's not as strong as he thought he was. Because he thought he was, like, he had conquered all his fears. And there are at least 2 examples where he hasn't in this movie, where he doesn't immediately just jump, and he's scared to lose people that he cares about still. Which I think is going to come into play because I think we're going to get more detective-based movies out of this Batman, and I think that really would really lean itself to having a sidekick, because he basically had a sidekick in this movie, and he worked really well.
Yeah, and seeing Catwoman that was cool.
Yes. So I really expect to see some form of Robin in this, whether they're just going to make 3 movies, maybe in the next one or something. But I think we're really going to, like, Robert Pattinson himself has come out and said, like, if they bring Robin into this this series of Batman movies, he wants to do the Death in the Family story arc where Robin actually dies and is killed by the Joker. And I can really see them doing that either in the last movie or in the second movie or something like that.
Yeah.
And I would actually like to see that, because it's already explored like that. At this point, that's Batman's greatest fear, actually, in all of comic books and everything, is losing people he cares about, because that's what he went through as a kid.
Right.
And it's super traumatic for him in the comics and everything like that. And it would be super important and damaging to him in a trilogy, at least, if you see this happen. Like, I don't want this next movie to be like the next year. I want it to be like, you know, okay, we're picking up 3 or 4 years after this. He's been Batman now for like 5 to 7 years, and he's like perfected it now in this second movie, and he's brought on this sidekick, and then by the end of that movie, you know, he gets killed, so he loses someone he cares about again, and you have to see him go through that emotionally. So
maybe
like,
they die at the end of the second movie, and then you watch the whole fucking repercussions and the loss in the third. And then eventually triumph.
Exactly.
But it would take like a whole movie to fucking even do, just so that you feel his loss. Because I feel like if you get to know someone in a movie and then lose them in the same movie, it's like...
to probably have to die at the beginning of the last movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or at the end.
Which is actually how
second.
Death in the Family kind of starts. Is no, he dies at the end, but there's a movie that has to do with that. You know what? Never mind. I don't want to really speculate on what they're going to even do because
you don't know.
I don't know, but I'd like those are just some things that I think would be cool that would lend themselves to this world. I do still want to see the Court of Owls in this at least trilogy.
That would be sweet.
Please. Really want to see that. It would work really well with the themes that we've already had in this movie. Another thing I liked a lot was like the Riddler just straight up wins in this movie. Like you could say technically he doesn't win because the Riddler was so demented and fucked up that he actually thought that Batman was like helping him get what he wanted. Because what he wanted was to kill Falcone. That's what he wanted. And
he just assumed that Batman was intelligent enough to
help him, to know exactly what he was doing.
He was
you brought him into the light.
Yes.
Literally, yeah.
And he wasn't. Batman lost in this movie because the city got fucked. The city got destroyed. He was outsmarted by Riddler at every turn. And I think that he's going to grow from that, and he won't lose like that. Maybe, going forward. But I really enjoyed it. Every aspect. It's like this movie was right. It's right up there with Dark Knight for me now. I don't know which. I cannot. It's an impossible decision for me right now to decide which one I think was better.
Let the dust settle and then come back to us.
Yes. But I absolutely love this new thing. They need to just be like, here you go, Matt Reeves, take it over, do whatever you fucking want to do.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that man's made a bad movie. So, because he wrote and directed the first two Planet of the Apes like reboot movies. Chris, I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't.
There was another movie that he's made that I've seen that I also really liked. Damn it. But yeah, he needs to just take it over. He needs to be the Batman guy. Let him do what Christopher Nolan did. Give him a deal for a certain amount of movies so he can write it out.
Yeah.
Because
but
and
write it all out in advance.
If you guys
don't just fucking do it.
Yeah,
on
Star
the fly.
Wars.
God damn it.
Yes. So, do you guys want to talk about that end scene now?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go into? Is there anything anybody didn't like? Because again, I didn't really like the casting for Falcone at all.
Yeah, I agree.
But again, that's a super tiny.
He wasn't really like
critique for me.
Menacing, like Jake said. He wasn't. He was unimposing.
No,
he
not
was
anywhere
like
near menacing enough.
Creepy uncle kind of vibes. That's kind of what I got from him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Might have diddled Bruce a little bit.
Cheyenne, anything that you like that either bothered you or you just wanted to like? Because this is the best movie I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, cinematography wise, yeah. I do wish
film
that
wise, this movie was great. Film wise, not even comic book wise.
Right.
Like
I do wish that it wasn't so dark and rainy all the time.
That's Batman,
I
though,
know.
It was on brand.
I'm not.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I just if it's gonna be dark and rainy, maybe not pouring rain all the time. But
yeah, but I really, really, really like their portrayal, and I'm not going to say Robert Pattinson's portrayal. I'm going to say Reeves and Pattinson's portrayal of Batman. Like he that was so. It was so good. Like
in the end, when he was just beating that guy's face in, and everybody got concerned and was like,
"I'm pretty sure." Did you guys recognize who that guy was? Because obviously he had some significance, right? And I realized who he was after my second watch.
No, I didn't realize who he was.
The guy that he stands next to in the church for a long time that he's listening to. Like,
yeah, the guy that was
that
talking.
guy. That was who that guy was.
Really?
Yes.
The one who was like, "Oh, we need a real change, and these people are stupid." And
yes, yep, that was that guy.
Got it.
He was so fucked up I couldn't recognize him at all.
Yeah. So the end scene.
That's who that was.
Who was it?
It was Joker, 100%.
Really?
But
oh yeah,
I have. Well, yes, I have a.
Who did you
I have a.
Who did you think?
Yeah, who did you think it was?
I thought it might be Two-Face.
The Joker laugh was so in my opinion, different than what I'm used to. That it was almost
Yeah.
unrecognizable. I could see
And
how
I
you
thought
would
I
get
saw, and I thought I saw in the, like when they were panning over there, like I thought I
Like
saw,
his face was scarred.
yeah, and so I was like, oh,
I thought that
Two-Face.
too.
Mhm, it did look scarred.
But I read I think I bookmarked it. Wait, what the fuck?
What?
Oh. One of those stupid, like, you know how, like, Google Chrome, do you use Chrome on your phone,
Mhm.
Chris? And you go to search in something and it has a bunch of articles underneath, right, that are all clickbaity.
Yeah.
The first one is this one. Right there, it says, Keanu Reeves cast as Batman in an upcoming DC movie. And he's the Batman in that animated Pets movie.
Oh,
Yeah, I clicked on that. That's why I stopped talking. I was like, what? Yeah, so.
I forgot
okay,
that.
Sorry
yeah.
about that.
Who's the dog in that? Was it like Kevin Hart or some shit?
Kevin
Yeah.
Hart. Yeah, I don't care about that movie.
Oh, they all have fucking pets.
Also, Ace the Bat Hound is supposed to be a Great Dane, not like a boxer or some shit or whatever, but whatever.
Shut up, Matt.
Whatever. Yeah, shut up, Matt. Shut up.
You don't know.
I don't know. You're right. I don't know. Fuck, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, the article. I think I bookmarked
About
it. Give me
Joker.
a second here. Yeah. Fuck, I didn't.
Okay,
Maybe I booked. Maybe it was on Twitter. Maybe it was
from the
on
seat of your pants.
Talk. No, you go.
okay.
I'm
Why
trying
did
to find
you
it.
think?
I know I bookmarked it.
Why
somewhere.
did you think it was Joker?
His shitty laugh.
Chris? Oh,
I didn't really see.
that was it.
Yeah, it was a shitty laugh
Just
that made me
a
think
thought.
it. Yeah, I don't know. I only saw the movie once.
Here we go. Here's Matt Reeves' quote on the Arkham scene at the end. So this is what he says. It's not an Easter egg scene. It's not one of those like end credit Marvel or DC scenes where it's going like, hey, here's the next movie. In fact, I have no idea when or if we would return to that character in the movies. I never was trying to say like, hey, guess what? Here's the Joker. Next movie. The idea was more to say, hey, look, if you think that trouble is going to go away in Gotham, you can forget it. It's already here and it's already delicious.
It's already delicious.
Yeah, that's what the quote is, but that's not exactly what I thought. So anyway, what he says is that's the Joker character, but he's not Joker yet. And they in kind of their thought process for the character is he has this weird disorder that he's had since a kid that has caused him to physically, his muscles are constantly contracted as a smile, and he's been bullied and tortured as a kid and fucked up. So like he literally is always smiling. That's why he's like, it looks like he's fucking scarred or some shit because he's not. So he's physically smiling.
He's deformed.
He's deformed, yes. So, but that I don't know if I want them to necessarily go with Joker already, like again in the next movie. I think I'm good.
Don't force it.
We can
if you
get
do
like
it.
if he's a character like a character like the Penguin, where
Yeah.
he's not like the main villain, he's in the movie. Awesome, cool. I'm okay with
I
that.
feel like they need to
Because
build up to
I want there to
Joker.
be a rogues gallery in this version of Batman. I fucking hate in superhero movies, like in trilogies and shit like that. Every fucking new movie, there's like, all right, we killed a villain at the end of this movie, so we have a totally new one in the next one. Like, I love that Riddler didn't die in this movie. No one died. No one died except for Falcone, really.
Yeah.
Catwoman will be, Penguin. They're all still there.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. So we can actually have like a rogues gallery of these characters that exist in this world that are all alive.
You think Catwoman will come back?
Oh, I'm sure. Maybe not necessarily in the next one, but at some
Eventually,
point, yeah, probably.
they'll cross paths again.
Yeah, she'll
Inadvertently.
yeah, of course. But I'm really excited to see what we can get. If we can get more than 3 movies, if Robert Pattinson can actually stand being in the Batsuit for more than 3 movies, that'd be great.
That would be
Because
great.
that seems like what always fucking derails them is that the actor gets tired of playing Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So pump him out. Give me another one in 2 years. I want it.
injected.
Yeah, I hope.
But,
I hope
liked
so.
the technology in this movie, like the eye contacts. That was a recording device.
That was cool.
Sick.
That was cool. I didn't think
And that
that.
he
I
lent
really enjoyed it.
to Catwoman to use.
Yep.
Like usually,
Yep.
I don't.
Super cool.
I don't think I've seen him like hand out
Like share
electronics,
technology.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, super, super cool. But yeah, that was definitely Joker.
Dang.
Which again, I don't really know if there's any scene from this 3-hour long movie that I think should have been deleted. I think it should have been that one.
Yeah, it was unnecessary. Like it could have been anyone.
Because now,
in
if
the
you
cell.
don't do Joker, it could have been. If you don't do Joker now, people are gonna be like, "Oh, why did you do Joker?"
Yeah. It's like because I didn't want to. It's my story. Fuck off.
But then if they do Joker, people are gonna be like, "Ugh, Joker again."
You're never gonna
So.
satisfy everyone.
Yeah. Again, I can't give any kind of critique on the performance there. It was a fucking 2-minute scene.
Yeah, there was nothing to say.
But it was played by the guy who played Druig in Eternals.
Oh yeah.
So that was a rumor, by the way, before the movie came out that we did talk about on the podcast that ended up being true. That he was he was cast as Joker in this movie.
Forgot
They
about that.
kept
He did
it-
attend the premiere.
They
He
kept
attended the premiere because he
tight.
actually, yes, his brother accidentally leaked it to somebody or said something to it, but he actually filmed scenes as like a prison guard or something like that to like throw off the scent. Like he legit filmed scenes for another character as a total throwaway thing.
Wow.
Yep. So, I really hope that we see Riddler again. That guy was really fucking good.
He was.
He was
I like
really,
the intensity
really good.
when he was like screaming like, "Yeah, corruption!" Like he gets fucking upset.
Yes.
I don't know. It's
He did a really good job of
Crazy.
seeing like psychotic, like about having weird random psychotic tics and stuff where he would enunciate words really weird and he would again start yelling for like no reason.
Yep.
It was fantastic. Paul Dano, awesome job. I've never seen that guy in a movie, and I want to see him in more movies now. He was very good.
Yep. He was.
But I think just overall, it was written fantastic. All the dialogue was really good.
Yes.
The murder like mystery element of it was good. Like it's more of a crime movie than a murder mystery, I guess. Because I mean, yes, you know who's doing it all, but the mystery is you don't know why, and you don't necessarily know where it's going. Which I really enjoyed, and I really hope they stay with this detective theme because I loved it. This is the most unique Batman movie that exists. Live action Batman movie.
Yeah, it was interesting. I do like the detective element of it. It's not just straight up all action.
Yeah, he's not just running around beating the shit out of people. Which is what all the other Batman movies are. He's like, oh, they're over there, I need to go fuck them up.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go over here, fuck them up. Need to go over there, fuck them up. This one is like actually investigating like a crime and trying to solve murders and catch a killer. I thought it was great. I thought it was really, really good. So, I like actually being able to see Batman outsmart people instead of just outfight people.
Right. And seeing him be outsmarted was nice.
Yep. I don't know if we'll see it. I think he'll be a lot more, a lot tighter.
Yeah.
From now on. But I really enjoyed this perspective, this vision that Matt Reeves had. So
Yeah, me too.
I'm so glad this movie existed. It was in danger for a long time of not existing. Like this movie has been in development for a long time. Originally, it was supposed to be written and directed and acted by Ben Affleck. It was supposed to be his solo Batman movie, like back in like 2014, 2015 when they started the concepts on it. And man,
damn.
But fucking
what a journey!
Fucking great fucking job. Absolutely great job. I will be 100% buying this movie and watching it several times. I would like to see it again with Jake in Arizona if I can.
That'd be cool in the seats that he was talking about.
Yeah, I've never experienced anything like that. So,
me neither.
But I mean, look, I'm biased, but I have a hard time seeing any movie this year topping that movie for me. So,
yeah,
it was the best movie I've seen since. It was for me. It was better than Spider-Man. Sorry, as a film.
Yeah,
I had more gripes with Spider-Man.
cinematography.
I liked it better than Spider-Man too. Honestly.
Yeah, the cinematography alone in this is better than Spider-Man. No offense to Marvel, because I love Marvel.
No offense intended to Marvel.
If it says Marvel on it, I'm buying it. You know what I mean? But
man, you know what? They tricked her because the Batman is like just that fat man. They tricked her. They knew.
They were like, she's got those Marvel tinted lenses. We need to get her off.
I'm just saying, the cinematography really was chef's kiss, you know?
Yes. It was very good. There was no wasted time or effort in this movie.
And 3 hours went by like that.
Hours.
The only reason
really
I felt the 3 hours was towards the end I had to pee. That was it. I wish there was a pause button in the movie theater.
Right.
So I would like to enjoy it at home where I could pause it and go pee and come back.
Make the next 2 3 hours. Make the next one 3 hours.
All of them. I want them 5 hours. Do it.
I thought it was great. I really, really, really enjoyed it. I want to see these characters again.
It just shows that longer movies are better than
I need to take work off
down.
and spend 8 hours.
Yep.
Shit ones.
I just... People nowadays, like, if you don't want to go see a 3 hour movie or if you're going to bitch about it, then don't fucking go see it.
Yeah.
Wait for it to come out. Like,
Done.
I'm always down for a 4 or 5 hour long movie if it's good.
Same.
If it's good, I don't give a shit how long it is.
Tell me the story. I want to know every fucking detail.
Yes.
I need to know.
Yeah, give us an intermission at worst.
Yeah. I mean, they do that for Broadway. Why can't they do that for theaters?
The momentum and stuff.
Well,
like that,
I know. I'm just saying. If it's gonna be like 6 hours long, give us an intermission at 3.
But I think this movie was a masterclass in comic book and film writing and directing. It was great. I loved every bit of it.
It would also be a good show.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad we've moved past the ridiculousness of Batman just being invincible with no real protection, and now he's he has that bulletproof
armor,
chest piece and armor. Thought it was great. I loved it. It works.
The batarang thing that he pulls out,
like, it is as a knife.
I was like, all right.
There's some lore behind that. Actually, that thing is made out of the gun pieces that killed his parents.
Yeah, it's flayed gun. We talked about that.
Okay.
Before.
Probably, a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. I wasn't expecting it to come off, though.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
I was just like, yeah, right. I'm fine with it.
I can't wait for any news on a sequel to this movie. Yeah. Any final thoughts on the Batman?
Nah.
Before we wrap it up? Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. I did want to address one thing real quick. So I've been having trouble streaming any kind of games that are any kind of demanding for my PC at all whatsoever. So we will still stream from time to time, but I just, until I can really figure this issue out, sorry, but it's super, I don't want to stream shitty content.
Makes sense.
So sorry, I apologize. I wanted to stream my entire Elden Ring playthrough, which again is why I haven't been trying to play a shit ton of it, so that maybe I could dive in and fix this issue, but I don't know. Sorry again, but it is what it is, I guess. I wish I could solve the problem. I maybe I need to get I don't know what I need to do. It just started randomly and I don't understand why. But anyway, look on the YouTube channel coming up. Jake and I are going to record some vlogs probably while I'm in Arizona. I probably won't post them immediately. Like I'll probably will edit them up a little bit and post them when I get back. So after the 17th of March, check the YouTube channel. Unless you guys want to record something, or unless Jake and I get a creative stick up our ass, there most likely will not be an episode next week. So that's why we wanted to do this extra long episode for you guys this week. And Cheyenne made her guest appearance.
We're really happy to have you.
Thank you.
We were. Chris was getting real sad. That
I'm not
he
even going to
hadn't
play.
seen you in a
I
while.
really was.
Yeah. Great.
Not
I
even
missed
play.
you too.
Literally. Getting sad.
I missed you guys too, for what it's worth.
Good.
It was really fun to be back on the podcast.
Well, you're welcome anytime.
Yeah, I'm not trying to guilt you, honestly. I'm not.
But yeah,
No,
dude,
I was just thinking,
we all get it.
Yeah.
You do what you need to do.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
you don't need
I
to
was
explain.
just thinking, like, man, I miss talking to you guys every week,
We missed hearing from you every week.
This was a fun
We're gonna
episode.
cry on this
I
episode.
might.
No, I keep yawning, though, so there's tears.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Well, thanks again, Cheyenne, for coming to talk about the Batman and tell us what you thought about the movie.
And Arceus.
And your thoughts on Arceus and all that stuff. Hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great seeing you.
I really don't know what our episode will be on in about 2 weeks. But
Tune in to find out.
Yeah, I guess tune in to find out. Like Chris said.
Yeah, you just gonna have to listen.
You can still send us emails at nerdyashellpod@gmail.com if you want to send us questions or comments or anything
You
like
can
that.
still follow us
Follow the Twitter.
on Instagram at the Nerdy as Hell
Yep,
podcast.
Cheyenne still runs the Instagram.
Yes, I
She
do.
still does a really good job of finding those
I have fun.
pretty high quality pictures talking about or about the things that we talk
I
about.
have
So.
fun making the Instagram posts every Monday. So
Oh, I'll send you some pictures that Jake and I take so you can put it on the Instagram.
that's what I was gonna
Or-
ask you for next week. Like, can I have a picture of you in vacay mode? Like, there's no episode. So.
Yeah. The beard's gonna be gone after tonight, so I'm gonna wake up and get rid of it tomorrow. It's gonna be too hot now. So
Yeah, it's past
it's not
winter.
football season anymore, and it's not cold. So
Get rid of it.
yeah,
Say goodbye.
it's all right. Next September, I'll be in beard mode again. As soon as football starts,
Just
beard mode.
Keep your tiny baby comb
I still have it.
that you scared all of us with.
That was one of my favorite things ever. That was so great.
We were like, what?
Ah. Yeah, I think I might have talked about it on the podcast because it was probably when we first.
Yeah,
started,
I think you did.
I got a little mustache comb, or whatever, and I sent a picture of it, and I said to these guys, and it said new family member expected this fall or some shit like that, right?
Oh, all of us were like,
with a little tiny comb.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, and because. and I freaked him out thinking that Sarah and I were having like a kid or something, and then Jake was like, "It's a fucking beard comb."
Yeah, Jake was the only one who. Me and Chris were both like, "Hello."
We were like, what?
Yeah, no, it would never. If I had an announcement like that to make, it would never be like that. Just fair.
Yeah, I didn't
Fingers
think
crossed.
so. That's why I was
Hopefully
confused.
not.
No, yeah, no. Although Sarah and I did just meet with a mortgage lender, so
Ooh.
we're gonna hear about that on Wednesday when we're.
You're gonna make
on
the mortgage
vacation.
lender pregnant, Matt?
So-
Is that what you're gonna do?
Fuck.
Good idea.
Yeah, he's gonna get back to us and let us know if he's pregnant or not
Yeah,
Good.
good.
on Wednesday.
Good.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed the Batman. If you did, let us know. If you didn't, I don't want to hear about it.
You didn't. Go fuck
you.
yourself.
Yeah, exactly. All right. We'll be back in at least 2 weeks. Double check next Monday. Maybe there will be one coming out. And also, if one doesn't ever come out on Monday and we haven't said there won't be an episode on Twitter or something, expect it on Tuesday. So from now on, if we can't get together on Sunday nights, we will record on Monday nights and it'll come out on Tuesday, but it will never be later than that.
Don't worry.
So
If it
One
doesn't
of us
happen-
will tell you
if
on
Tuesday
Twitter
you haven't
or
gotten
on
it, it's not-
Instagram.
It's not coming.
yeah, if by Tuesday you haven't gotten it, it's not coming. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But follow the Twitter, and that's where you'll get your updates. I try to update as
Immediately.
early as I can.
Yeah.
So,
More immediate
all right,
updates
thank you guys for listening.
on Twitter.
Stay unapologetically nerdy, and we will see you guys at least in 2 weeks. See you
See you
later.
guys.
Bye.